Whoa, what is going on, one and all? Welcome to We Hate Movies Live. My name is Andrew Jupin, and holy shit, wouldn't we all rather be sitting around listening to Huey Lewis in the news right now? I know I would. Instead, I'm going to be talking about The Flash with some of my best buds in the whole gosh darn world. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. First up, you know him, you love him, and I think he's my favorite on Philippe Sobrero's drawing of us, you can see here. Eric Siska with this mustache.
Oh, my Lord. Yes. Thank you. You know,
that is the real thing. Look at that.
It's the real thing. Isn't that wonderful for you folks?
The real deal. Isn't that wonderful for you all? You kept the stash. Yeah, dude. Up next, you know him, you love him. He's wearing a yellow hat, as yellow as the Flash's little lightning bolts. Mr. Chris Cabin.
Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you, of course, from the Vermont Police Department, where I have been picked up over a mild misunderstanding about some stolen booze. I swear I am going to pay them back. I've had a few mental health issues lately. I am going to take care of this, but I'm happy to be here. They let me. Thank you, Officer Wrigley. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, excellent point. A movie with Ezra Miller. I thought it would be called The Flasher.
Oh, you workshopping that all day or what? Go
Yes, I'm glad this is virtual so no one can throw a beer at me.
Hasn't happened yet.
And another fella here who I'm sure was ready to throw a beer watching this movie. You know him, you love him. Mr. Steven Sadak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading a fucking comic book. Apologies.
Oh, well, you know, every once in a blue moon, dude.
Wow.
I don't have.
Where's my one?
Where's my flashing stolen bit sign?
Now you'll Senator, you'll notice I didn't read anything out. And I was paying off something that happened 20 years ago on this show. I am dressed like a loser. I am sitting here as a loser. How's it going, everybody?
Not much changes over the years.
No, not at all.
Not too much.
Can I tell you to that point? Not much changes over the years indeed. So what I'm going to do really quickly here, let's see if I can do this without destroying the entire stream.
Okay.
Steven Sadak, just get everybody the shirt view here.
Wow.
Okay. Now, generally, if you're familiar with our virtual shows like this, Steve and I usually try to get in a stupid t-shirt contest. That's just a legitimately good Flash t-shirt. Nothing stupid about it. Flash is a great comic book character.
Sure is.
Hasn't really made a splash in the movies just yet, but to show you clothing through the ages, because I beefed, you know, we've been busy. I did not get a silly shirt.
Wow.
But I used to have a Flash t-shirt, and I'm going to sort of fold in an Instagram meme that's been going around. You see that one where it's like you gonna try to guess the meme, Eric?
No, I'm not good at the memes.
Is it you at 21?
It is indeed, because Steve Sadak, you will recall, photographic evidence, I wore a Flash t-shirt at my 21st birthday party, wherein a bunch of our friends all decided to wear superhero t-shirts. So take a look at this. Now, if we just look at what's going on here, everybody. So, of course, that's me in the Flash t-shirt, beardless with some sideburns.
Some legends here.
To the left there in the Punisher t-shirt, that's friend of the show, Justin J. Case.
Of course.
Batman is friend of the show, Sean Weiner. And there's Steve Sadak in the Green Lantern t-shirt.
Look at them. Look at these cuties.
Living the I'm so drunk my eyes are kind of closing. Little day drinking side effect there.
Wow.
I think Sean's maybe almost throwing up. I don't know.
Andrew, I really appreciate that you ran super fast back in time to retrieve this photograph for all of us.
Did that Flash shirt go the same way as my Snapcase shirt?
As in you vomited all over it and then threw it off a balcony?
Yes, that specifically.
No, I think in classic Andrew fashion, I pitted that thing the fuck out till it disintegrated.
Yeah,
and I just threw away some like dusty scraps of a t-shirt.
Ooh, dusty!
I will wear a t-shirt into a ground.
That is what The Flash was. The 2023 film The Flash is dusty scraps of 5 to 10 years of filmmaking where we're like, hey, maybe this will work. And it's just so fascinating what a disaster this movie is.
The stop and start of this production, 10 years in the making almost.
Yes.
Is that right, Chris Cabin? You got the timeline there?
I do. It was announced in 2014, and then by 2015, they have Lord and Miller are on it. Some people who are
Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
just deeply, deeply not annoying on Twitter or X or whatever. Just that quickly gets punted over to Seth Grahame-Smith, who worked on Lego Batman. Then, like within a year, he's out. And of course, it's because of creative differences, or like we didn't like his vision, whatever the hell. It goes to Rick Famuyiwa, who is Dope, the movie Dope. If anybody's seen it,
and he's directed a bunch of Star Wars TV,
Mando stuff. Yes, he comes in 6 months later, he's gone. Creative differences again. It seems like. So then they kick it all the way to they were going to release it in 2018. But that can't happen anymore because we're just running out of time. We haven't even started filming this damn thing.
Yeah,
they should have ran back in time and bought themselves some more time to make the release date work.
If they could, I bet they would. Joby Harold, the guy who wrote Rise of the Beasts, and he worked on Obi-Wan Kenobi for a bit. He rewrites the script, and then in January of 18, Daly and Goldstein of Dungeons and Dragons get a hold of it. They still have a story credit. As of today. So does Joby Harold. Also is the other one who has the story credit.
What I like to imagine during all of this, like, we can't get this script right, but you know what? At least we got a stable movie star to center this whole thing around. Like, throw those scripts away. We've got Ezra Miller, ladies and gentlemen. This kid is going places.
And like, not that it's a sin against God to have mental problems, but like, maybe step away from a thing after being arrested. I mean, I know a certain fella recently got fired on the Marvel side of things for misbehaving, and I wonder.
It was me. You're alluding to me getting fired off of the Marvel thing.
But it's also,
I'm just saying, you replaced fucking Billy Crudup with Ron Livingston. Why don't we just change out some other actors while we're at it? And Grant Gustin's he's right fucking there.
Here's the difference, though. I mean, like, I'm not comparing crimes, et cetera, but even you have to remove this person because they attacked the entire island of Hawaii, the entire state of Hawaii. They just went island to island and started trouble in everywhere local karaoke bars, as I understand.
You remember that time that that thing went off and all those folks in Hawaii were like, take shelter, the big ones coming?
Yeah.
It was actually just because Ezra Miller, they were farting around on all the islands. They were bothering people.
It was Ezra Miller. They showed up before 4 p.m. at a bar, like, oh fuck, hit the alarm. Oh god,
damn, honey, there's an Ezra Miller warning. We should get inside.
Let's get pizza in tonight.
Lock the doors and make sure. But I mean, it's just Goldstein and Daly. They are on it for another 6 months. They are gone, and then Christina Hodson of Birds of Prey and Bumblebee rewrites it again, and Andy Muschietti comes on.
Right, Andy here. From It the Clown movies.
Yes.
Among other things, I think.
And Mama, which I guess ties it into this a little bit.
That's why Nicholas Coster-Waldau is eating a piece of pizza for 4 seconds.
I watched this twice today, and
sure.
Then I'll watch The Flash again.
I didn't spot Jamie Lannister in it at all either time.
Did I? No.
Quick thing about the long road here. Kelsey Clemens also feels that she had a quote after this movie came out. Now that The Flash is out, I feel like for the last nearly 10 years, I've been smiling and giving so much grace. I think it was to protect my peace of mind. Now I can finally say and admit this whole thing made me cry more than it made me smile. I think I only smiled over this thing at the premiere. Yikes, dude. That's what happens when you sign one of these long fucking contracts. Like, we're going to put you in all these movies. She gets cut from the original Justice League. Then she's in the Zack Snyder version.
Yes.
And here she is an afterthought of all afterthoughts.
Right, no point whatsoever.
Why not have a Flash origin movie? It's sort of a new character to the big screen anyway.
Yeah. Have Iris West be a meaningful character in the Flash movie. That makes a ton of sense if you're doing Barry Allen.
And it doesn't matter if Barry has already appeared in that Justice League movie, because you just start the movie with like 6 years ago or whatever it is. You show him have that science experiment accident,
right?
Which creaky hand on that whole thing.
Getting doused in chemicals, him putting on like the football helmet and running around outside. That's charming. Show me that in a real movie.
I mean, but like they just do something like the idea of him losing his powers in the first movie is so nuts to me. Like, I'm like, isn't this supposed to be when we like learn about the powers and like get used to him as a character and all?
Well,
these
you
nice
do,
things?
but it's this dumb. We're just going to let you learn all that and see all that through the more annoying younger version of Barry Allen.
And we got to catch up to Marvel. We have to do the multiverse. We just have to. We have to do it.
The same cigar chopping executive, who might have been David Zaslav for all we know, who was like, "Don't worry, we got Ezra Miller." You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, you know what's better than one Ezra Miller? Two Ezra Millers. And this one's even more irritating. I cannot. But the other one actually makes me like the original one more somehow.
It becomes like multiplicity. The clones, the other versions are dumber.
I rewatched the parts of Justice League with them in it, and I'm telling you, they're so much better back then. I don't know what happened. They told them to go way too high. I don't know. Like it's on blitzkrieg mode.
This like the younger version that has the like horrendous Beavis and Butthead tick. Yeah, like around here we call that the scumbag laugh. Like there's nothing.
You hear that guy's got coke. Oh, that guy over there, he's got coke.
That whole thing is just, it's more annoying to me because what that is, it's not like the fun Bill and Ted coded stoner kind of thing. This is just like, it's an out and about, he's loud, he's proud. We're definitely making some drug references here and there, but at not one point is this 18-year-old Barry Allen ripping a bong or talking directly about weed. And like fake stoner shit, man, stolen valor. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it.
That's right.
Well, when the humor is that specifically, that is really driving you nuts because it's a split between that and the nerdy humor, like just too much anxiety. Oh my god!
Oh yes, the
breakfast sandwich.
How do I live in this world? Like I don't know, dude. Like fucking figure it out. I just don't like because that's when we start. He's trying to. Barry Allen is trying to go to get a breakfast sandwich, and Jeremy Irons, who was like, "How many more in this contract? God damn it!"
Look at that, the Flash, eh? Well, I'll be sure to buy a couple of nice, fancy stuffed chairs with that paycheck.
Jeremy Irons is going through that, but also, I mean, Alfred's got to be doing that with Bruce at this point too, like. How many of these superheroes do I have to take care of exactly?
I agree.
Do I have to wipe Barry Allen's ass every day?
Wait,
why is he the babysitter?
What kind of demented breakfast sandwich are you ordering?
Listen,
I wrote this down.
Please.
Peanut butter, bananas, raisins, honey, cheese.
We're fine.
The cheese is what's
on a roll.
And I think that the gag always is he needs to metabolize because he's so fast. He's burning through stuff. But I mean, which also, when you think about it, doesn't make any sense either. Like if that was like actual running and you could run the speed of light and it actually affected your metabolism, you would just die. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would be like, oh man, I need a cheeseburger. Oh no, I died when I was doing it.
It could be a gag maybe once or twice, but it's like throughout the entire film, I'm worrying about his diet. Oh my God.
Not only is it the humor of watching him wanting to eat everything and always being hungry, it's the humor of watching him disgustingly shove things in his mouth.
It's like, gross watching Barry Allen eat. Yes.
It is gross. And it's like, it's always the Ezra Miller choice. And I don't know why they decided to do that, where like, there's that part when Bruce Wayne is explaining to them string theory with the spaghetti. And this kid doesn't know how to eat spaghetti. It's like all over his mouth. And I'm like,
awful.
The one thing I know about this character is that he knows how to eat spaghetti. That's the only thing I've learned.
The whole fucking film is based around someone getting murdered while eating spaghetti or making spaghetti.
Spaghetti gets someone off of murder beef.
But yeah, so he is trying to get this breakfast. So yeah, I feel like Alfred should be like, man, we should sit down. I was happy to be Batman's butler, but the justice. I feel like I should get a little bit more pay because now I'm calling up Diana and Victor Stone and whoever else.
I'm giving Victor a call. Okay.
Does Arthur have like a friendly fish who does his laundry or something? I need something to help me out here. Doesn't Wonder Woman have a lady with her?
Why is this all on my lap? Is what I'm understanding.
It is kind of an annoying bad thing. Also, I can't stand the barista character in this scene. This guy thinks he's bringing in all the laughs, and it's like watching someone. It's like watching, like, Ezra Miller's just acting in a scripted scene with a scene partner, but that guy and only that guy's doing improv against Ezra, and like Ezra just has to say the lines that are written. Like, whatever this guy's blabbing about his sister, and rest her soul. Oh, she's not dead. She just ran a marathon. She's tired. Like, shut up and get on with the movie.
Well, I mean, that is their version of trying to replicate the Marvel tone of humor.
Yes,
like, it's like
it's terrible.
It's like The Thing. They get the hand all wrong. Like, it's just like it comes off super annoying rather than like lightly charming. Like, at least when it started. I mean,
you don't have to go comedy that much either. I mean, if you're trying to ape Tim Burton's Batman throughout this entire thing, we don't need the jokey moments to. In my
exactly, because I mean, there's so much light humor for the first. Again, and this is sort of like Marvel's problem as well. When there's so much humor up top, when you load so much humor up top, not just a little bit, so much, it becomes hard to give a shit after a while. It's like, oh no, this is a comedy. Oh no, it's not. Now everybody's dying. That's sad.
Stakes in a comedy are as follows. They're gonna close the orphanage.
Yes.
The community center is gonna be turned into condominiums.
No. Barry's gonna lose his girlfriend.
The baseball team's gonna lose the big. You know what I mean? Like,
prom's coming up.
Shit like that. Yeah, like the world ending, but you better be yucking it up. Is everybody laughing at the Flash yet? Like, come on.
Oh, I was laughing once he goes to save these children falling from this baby tower we have at the hospital.
So this is your big first action set piece. I mean, we also see him at work. It's annoying as shit. He has bullies at work. It's ridiculous. But he goes to the hospital because Bruce Wayne calls him. Is like, there's a problem in Gotham. Get over there right now. He gets a candy bar from a child.
Here's the thing. He's like, the sandwich is not ready. Some child who's obsessed with him, right? He's like, oh, are you the Flash? Oh, wow. But, you're going to eat that candy bar or whatever. Throw it to me. Throws it at him. He leaves it on the goddamn floor. He leaves it on the street. He doesn't even eat it. He doesn't even eat it. I saw it twice today. He doesn't eat it.
And that's the problem.
It's another funny joke. It hits him in the head because Bruce Wayne calls on the phone and he's like, yes, Bruce. And the candy bar hits him.
5-second rule. Eat that goddamn thing.
And that's like, I've been hangry before and like, oh shit, I got like 6 minutes before work. You get a chatty barista. Like, all right, you know what? Scrap that order. Just give me a chocolate croissant to go. That one that's right there, that's ready to go. Put it in the sleeve. Let's get it the fuck out of here. Because you can't just
prepackaged food. Prepackaged food, dude. You get the Starbucks protein pack thing. You got some cheese, grapes, a fucking hard-boiled egg, and you get the hell out of there.
Dare we say fast food?
Yes.
Also, kind of surprising there's not a fast food joke in this movie.
Yeah.
I guess they were above that.
I guess McDonald's said we're not going to chip in on the budget here.
No, thank you. We've already done that with Man of Steel. We're good. Well, that's nice and all. I mean, why isn't he getting a huge nitro cold brew and blowing that in thing? Although, I mean,
he didn't want to shit all the way to the hospital.
Dude, I would be sorry, but Steve-O running shit his pants running down the street.
That is waterfall flying at his ass.
I'm sorry. You don't think that's already happening? That's just the life of Barry Allen. If he's eating like
this, he's going in the suit.
That's what metabolism is. That's a part of metabolism, is taking a shit.
Oh, so some doctors are here.
If that's going so fast, theoretically, the shit cycle would be like within seconds. And yes, I am a doctor.
Yeah, I got a doctor to tell me that food turns into shit, Eric. Yes, I
did. So he eats it, it's instantly shit. It's just...
Yes. I mean, if he has a metabolism like that, yes, you'd assume so.
He needs a brown suit.
Here's
to hide it.
To get us out of the shit world.
With the yellow cod piece.
This movie hates the Flash. It just does. Obviously, it doesn't have any confidence in the product because they bring in Batman and Supergirl and numerous Batmen and all sorts of Supergirls and all the shit at the end to just sort of and Superman villains, et cetera, especially at the beginning of the movie. Wouldn't it be cool instead of Batman calling Barry by the way, he says Barry Falcone's son is trying to make it big, and now I'm me as a Batman fan, like, oh wow, Tom Wilkinson's son is up to trouble now. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be cool if this was like any of the trillions of well-known Flash villains? Heatwave robbed a bank. You got to stop this. Like that's your first introduction into the movie, is the Mirror Masters running amok in downtown Keystone
He's
City.
got great villains. Yeah, Heatwave, Captain Cold. There's countless ones.
But that is all the lack of the unbelievable lack of confidence that is on display here.
Yes, of course.
Because like you would just be like, here, let's see the Flash. It's the Flash movie. Let's start with Flash. But you keep cutting to video game Bruce Wayne on his little scooter.
We need okay. We don't want to offend everyone. We got to get every Batman in here, you know, because the Snyder people, domestic terrorists, you know, the Tim Burton Batman people, too sad to live. We got to get them in there.
I would love to hear the phone call trying to get fucking Christian Bale to come in for this one.
Well, that's apparently a very smart on Nolan's part. He has a contractual thing that says if you want to do any of that stuff with his Batman, he has to approve it. So you will fucking never see that happen if Gunn tries to pull some multiverse shit. Also, what we're talking about here, the confidence thing, that is why I specifically selected the second trailer to play for the intro reel, because it's a trailer for a Batman movie. It's Batman out the ass. And also you'll notice in it, it's absent almost entirely of comedy. Like they are trying to position it as this, like, you remember those Tim Burton Batman movies, right? Well, this is kind of like that. It's serious, and Michael Keaton's there, and then you're watching the movie, and he's getting hit in the head with a fucking candy bar, and you're like, wait a second.
You just make Old Man Batman. You wanted to make Old Man Batman. What are you doing? What are you doing?
But yeah, he gets there, and this building is sinking because of something. And on the tippy top floor of this hospital is the maternity ward. 30 stories up. That's where you want to. That's where you take a pregnant woman. Oh no, it's 20 stories up, ma'am.
Yeah. You want everyone's ears to pop while they're going to deliver.
Well, you're not making them walk up the stairs, Steve. I'm sure the elevator's got the hospital's got an elevator.
No, actually, it's good for the babies to be in a place with a full glass wall that goes directly. That's easy to break and just fall out if anything happens. It's actually what the architect wanted from the beginning.
You know, if there's a Godzilla or a King Kong and they're hungry, that's like there you go.
Do you think? Because you look at that,
leave me alone.
You look at the design of this building, and Jeremy Irons is like, the East Wing's going to collapse. And you get a look at this building, and it's like some, funky, dinky architecture or whatever. You think Batman comes up to that, and he's like, oh, fuck. The East Wing was a Thomas Wayne design. It's collapsing. Oh, this is my father's fucking. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm going to have to kill Barry. It's going to get out. The Wayne name will be slandered.
All of these, and I mean, like, it'd be fine. These nightmare creatures, you call them babies if you want.
They're not.
They are goblins from another dimension that I'd rather not ever visit. They are terrifying looking. None of them look real. I'm sure they're all AI generated. I'm sure none of them have the right number of fingers.
No babies were harmed in the making.
No.
But that's the thing. No babies were harmed in the events of this film because they get saved. But in reality, I'll tell you what, you take a baby, you truck it out a window. Even if you catch it mid-flight down, you're jostling something forever.
Oh yeah, I mean, all those kids are messed done. All these babies are done, and this is bad enough that all the babies are flying out the window with scalpels about to hit them and things about to crush them. But I mean, we're gonna talk a lot about how like all this, the video game-ness of all this. This is the worst of the bunch because literally Barry Allen touches things and they light up like you selected them.
And
that's not a thing he has in any other part of the movie.
Chris, now you're making me want to play a video game where I electrocute babies by touching them.
I'm sure some fucking creep has a Flash animated game out there that you can
I tried to look this up. I didn't find anything recent, but
Baby killer video game.
Microwaving a baby. Now, I feel like DC fans doing it because of this movie.
Yep.
It's gonna happen. I saw a bunch of reports from 10 to 15 years ago about it, but nothing recently because it's being suppressed. Warner Brothers is paying off the news.
A California cheeseburger. It's just the baby in the microwave. And again, like, this is what when I saw this movie in theaters, because I'm an asshole.
I was there. I went. I saw the
first time today. First time today.
And second time today.
When I saw the babies, I was like, oh, they didn't finish the movie. Like, I just had this thing of just like, oh, they didn't have time somehow in all of the pushbacks, in all of the crimes that Grindelwald and Ezra Miller are committing together, I believe, as I understand it.
That's right.
They just didn't have time to finish these special effects.
So you're saying
embarrassing.
You're thinking they're at the premiere, and Andy Muschietti's like, wow, what a road. What a long, crazy road. It's been a journey. Here we are, the premiere of The Flash, and he's sitting there, and the hospital scene starts, and he's like, oh, fuck, didn't finish the babies. Oh, no. Oh, no, here they come. Oh, they look terrible.
Wait. We'll finish them in the microwave. It'll be fine.
All right, well, at least, oh, shit, I totally beefed on all of the Time Coliseum shit, too. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
oh, no.
You know what these babies reminded me of? You guys ever see any episodes of the old Muppet Show where they do sketches with these not Muppet Babies, the cartoons, but like
like actual
baby-shaped Muppets?
Yeah,
okay.
Like they just look like human babies, but they're Muppet puppets.
Gross.
Unsettling as the
like
day
Cabbage
is long.
Patch Kids or something.
They kind of look like Cabbage Patch Kids kind of shit. These babies look like dead versions of those felt puppets.
I mean,
how do you look worse than a puppet?
Well, that is my point right there. Is like, yes, I would love to complain about how bad this is, but can you imagine saying, boy, those babies falling out of the building while the Flash picked them up and the drooling rescue dog, that looked great. that was really, you know what, that was well made. It looked really tight. I honestly believed I was in there.
I think, here's what I think is going on, and it's a real damning indictment of the American medical situation we have here in this country, because I feel, based on what I was reading when I was going through the IMDb user reviews for the end of the show, there's a lot of people out there without vision insurance that need glasses real bad, because so many of these reviews are like, I don't get it. The CGI looked fine to me, not worse than anything else that gets put out. And I was like, what are you, fucking blind?
The whole not worse than anything else put out. Well, why don't you just fucking kill yourself then? Okay. If you don't actually care about, it's like, I don't know, that burger was fine. It's not like I'm in Paris or something. It's no better or worse. Like, you know what? Then fucking end your life. Take pride in the things you enjoy, and be discerning. And be like, this is less than, that is more than.
To argue with their side, just to go through it, it's Chris,
just to go through it.
No, it's everything has been terrible for so long that no one can tell what anything is anymore.
Okay,
you know,
yeah,
it's just CGI glop. Everything's CGI glop.
I mean, there's plenty of movies that are not CGI glop that get released every year.
Yes, they're not going to Anatomy of a Fall, Chris. You know what I mean?
No, maybe they are. I don't know.
Come on.
No, they're not.
The fucking no. But come on. The computer effects in this movie, a $200 million movie, by the way,
insane.
And then you got like effects in Avatar.
Yeah.
Also an incredibly expensive. No, but what do you mean? Well,
that's disingenuous. That's one good use of CGI versus 10,000 uses of it badly.
There's standards. Like, it's good.
I'm not saying there's no standards. I'm saying yes, they are blind. To get back to your point, Andrew, they're fucking blind.
But do you but to your point though, like, do you think those people watch this movie and then they watch Avatar: Way of Water and they're like, yeah, that looks the same?
Probably.
Yeah, they got motion smoothing on the TV.
See, that's the great equalizer, motion smoothing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
But so he saves...
big, terrifying question, just really quickly at the end of this baby thing here. He saves all the babies, saves a nurse. The fucking microwave makes the done ding noise.
Sure.
was that kid getting cooked? Why would that
Just a little
ding
bit.
noise happen?
Just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just a little bit.
Ezra Miller demanded it. It was his note. You got to put it in. Ezra wants to cook a baby. Do it in reverse. It will play it in reverse.
Yeah.
He'll do it straight, but we'll do it in reverse.
I got a note from Ezra. They want to put a baby in a. Can we film this in Hawaii? Is it possible? Is it? They would like to put the baby in a microwave, but only if it's in Hawaii. That's the note.
Yeah, we can have them stand in front of a shitty green screen in Hawaii, pretend they're in front of the fucking hospital, and do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Look, what do you want to? What you want me to tell you? They're playing hardball. Gotta get the baby in the microwave, otherwise our picture's belly up. Get the baby in the microwave now.
Yeah, listen, the test audiences are gonna hate it. It's gonna come out. Wait, they loved it? They loved it?
Well, that's a done day of work then.
Maybe more microwaves then? Maybe we
apparently they claim the test audience loved this, like the best score since The Dark Knight.
It's such bullshit. I'm sorry. That's fake news. All right, like that's fucking bad.
Some of these people that go to see this, real quick, Chris, I was seeing some other movie and there was a preview for this and Elemental or whatever, and this father was with his 2 young daughters and Elemental, like the preview ended, and they were like, "Oh, Dad, maybe we'll go see that like in the next week or whatever." He's like, "That's Father's Day. We're seeing The Flash."
Oh wow!
We're seeing The Flash.
Wow!
We're seeing The Flash.
Very important.
That is a dude who stayed committed to the, hey, just because we're having kids doesn't mean I have to change my life around.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's got a tin poster of the Flash somewhere in his man
And I
cave.
guarantee you he loved it.
Sure.
And he thought the CGI was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, it's not just the audiences that are like who are loving this, despite what is on screen. It is critics like this. Critics like the New York Times gave this a positive review. Manohla Dargis clapped at this.
Yeah,
like,
she ain't fucking 10 out of 10 all the time, man.
No, of course not. But I was amazed at the amount.
Maybe she was hung over that day.
It's possible, but there's a lot of like major publications where they're like, "Yeah, you know what? It's not so bad," and I'm like, "How is the fucking bar at the bottom of the fucking ocean? Is where the fucking abyss aliens are?"
It's nostalgia poisoning, and we're like, we have so much of it in this movie. Nostalgia for 2016, nostalgia for 1989.
Oh
my god, for everything, for
nostalgia for a fucking
Back
1950s television show.
Yes, also for Back to the Future. Everything is in this thing.
I will say we're here at I think kind of the only good action sequence in the movie, because it's the part with the most practical effects. The Batman chase through the Gotham highway here. He's chasing Falcone's son. We get a real deal truck turning over, which is nice. There's some stunts here. And this is the reminder, folks. This is the reminder right here that a fucking Batfleck movie would have been good. It at least would have been better than this.
This is his one scene with Ezra Miller when he's out of costume is the best of the Batman that he was able to do, I think. Like when he's just like kind of talking about destroying the universe, which but and even here, like but I hate the costume. Blue and gray, pretty cool. I don't know what this Power Rangers netting, whatever is going, this black netting that's
Chris
going on.
Chris is correct. The nose looks fucking weird on this Batman.
I don't know what it is. It looks like he got punched and it stayed that way.
Yes, he looks like he had a fucking coke problem and his fucking septum disintegrated.
I think it's a reference to Carl Malden, perhaps. Nostalgia for Carl Malden.
That would be great. I mean, like to be if they were going to do the Frank Miller old Batman movie, Ben Affleck is actually great. He wears the age really well.
He does. It would be great, but the problem is, and like you were saying, Andrew, just the chase on the highway. It's refreshing to see normal superhero stuff now. You're just doing this one thing. You're driving down the highway trying to stop someone. I don't need every single character that ever existed to hop in.
Well,
Oh, electric cello. Bam, bam, bam.
Sorry, I was late.
I was filming Heart of Stone.
Oh no, I was doing my terrible. I keep looking at my contract and I have worse and worse cameos in all these movies. I was doing my Shazam 2 cameo, which was truly terrible.
That one is she doesn't do it to herself. They debase her in that movie.
Really? I didn't see this.
Yeah.
I didn't see this
forced
movie,
to
but it
fucking go on a date with him.
And then it turns into Jimon Hunsu, and like they put Jimon Hunsu's head on her body for a second.
wait,
then-
that's like a sex move.
Yeah, and then later,
because he's like a wizard or something.
Yeah.
But then like later on, like, oh, we need something from the gods, and then like so it's like, hi, anyone call for a superhero? Hi, Shazam, I'm in your movie again, and it's like. That's like the way that movie ends. Is like, and maybe one day we will go on that date, but probably not. That is, by the way, Hans Zimmer's score, "The Girl," is what it's called.
Oh,
because that's what it.
Play me the girl.
But she's like, "Hi, sorry, I'm late," and like we get this, the lame ass humor of the lasso of truth, and he's like. Batman's like, yeah, my ego is so big, I can't thank anybody. That's a fine joke, but then he's like, actually, I should probably put money towards the police. Hi, have you ever heard of a stand-up comedy bit about Batman from 1996?
Yep,
Here it is.
Or
what doesn't he say?
Followed some Gen Z person on Instagram, and they had a whole reel about what Batman should be doing with his money.
He should end poverty. Yeah, which is true. He's got all that money for no reason. It's
2023. That fucking joke has been made, man.
Yeah. I've heard it, Andy.
Of course, you speaking of that, I mean, it's the same joke. Oh, just bring up the subtext. Hey, talk about subtext. That's the joke.
The lasso jokes don't end there because Ezra Miller touches it, and it's just like, oh, I'm a virgin.
Yeah, right. And also talk about. I mean, it's incredible, right? How little confidence these people have in the fans of these movies, the people that pay hard-earned money to go out to the theater and see this shit. Folks that can't write it off on their taxes like I do. You know what I mean? She has to. They have her explain the fucking rope, and I was like, we all know
it's been
there's
6
two
movies already. Yes,
yeah,
2 with you, 2 others with the Justice League. We know what the fucking rope
to
does.
understand this movie. You have to watch like 6 of them.
But that's the thing is, I think they rightly assumed that everybody forgot about Wonder Woman 1984. It just blew away. And
hey, that's great. Let's collectively as a society forget that movie was released.
I think it's a great idea. What I don't think is a great idea is seeing Barry Allen at work. I don't think it's very interesting. I don't think it's interesting at all.
He's at the case factory here, and his boss is really mad.
Like so many cases.
Low-level CSI kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Because this is what I mean. That's what a lot of the show is. Because you got, anywhere from 22 to 24 episodes in a CW season. My God, first of all, but like so much of that is him working at Star Labs and all that shit. Yeah. So like you get, but like in this movie, I'm like, I don't know, man. You kind of introduced him as this like anime obsessed hacker kid in the first iteration of him.
Well, this is the incel superhero, right? He can't get laid. Everyone hates him. He watches anime. He's got mommy issues up the wazoo.
I mean, it's a little.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's literally. It went from the character he's normal in the Justice League movies, like making the nerdy jokes and all like that. This like. They just have him as a cartoon now. Like it's like a Morty. He's just like constantly being like, "Oh my God, there's this problem, and then this problem, and oh my God, that's my shoe, and oh my God, my shoe's over there, and oh my God, the pizza's on the ceiling there. Oh my God."
And it's kind of magical because only when he meets the more annoying version of him does he start. When he's like, "Could you be sit still for 5 fucking seconds?" Like, it's amazing. It's happening. He's growing up.
But I guarantee you, if there were to be a Flash 2, this character is not changed at all.
So we meet his coworkers who are bullying him, which is kind of like.
I thought that these characters were also like his friends on the TV show. Are these comic characters, Steve? Patty and the other guy?
Patty Spivot is, she was actually on The Flash for like a hot second. She was like a romantic interest.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't catch the other gentleman's name. I couldn't tell you.
Albert?
She's played here by Saoirse Monica Jackson from Dairy Girls, which is a fucking hilarious show and about 10,000 times better than this movie.
And they're just like, it's like high school. They're like, "Hi, Barry. you're late. You're gonna get fired. Ew. And then like
shove him into his work locker.
Exactly. When Iris West comes up, it's like, we didn't know Barry had friends. What does this make it? One for you, Barry? I'm like, I don't know, dude. You're 28 years old. What are you bullying?
Yeah, and HR would like a word.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Also in this office, the boss here is doing the really tired "get me coffee" trope, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Do you either want that cup of coffee or do you want this kid to finish these reports you're hassling him about?
He's got the cases. He's at the case factory. He's got to make the cases. What are you getting? Having him go get coffee? He's late to make the cases.
His whole well, his whole thing here is he's slow because he's doing his due diligence on relooking at some of these reports because this exact evidence system, justice system flubbery is what is keeping his father in jail. Wrongly convicted for murdering the mother. So that's like his motivation for that. And I feel like those two coworkers should know that, right?
Yeah,
my mother was brutally murdered. I stand by that. My father didn't do it. Bad evidence, blah, blah, blah.
That's why they're bullying him.
But that's I think it's they also there's this push in a lot of movies to make, I think it's because they think there's more humor in it, to make like friendships be all about like just like being terrible to one another. Like that being the actual basis of it all. So like rather than them being like, well, that's not what it actually is like, Eric, but like to have it's not as
you and
fun.
me, my friend. It is with you and me.
Well, we have a competitive, loving relationship here. But there with them, like it would be funny to see him have a community. Like it would be nice to see him have people who he can count on.
Look, he goes to the coffee shop and he knows the barista, and they're like, "Oh, here it is, Barry," and it's like, "Oh, thanks, Michelle." Whatever, you know what I mean? Like he has people in his life. He's got a work friend who's like, "Dude, World of Warcraft at 8:00 tonight." You know it, Tommy.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that would be fine.
That time is reserved for Batman.
Yes,
multiple Batmen instead.
Enter Iris West, Kelsey Clemens, the aforementioned
Kiersey Clemens.
Apologies. Now she's more reasons to be more sad about this whole experience than happy.
Well, the thing is, she's got nothing but smiles these days because she's on that Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Awesome fucking show, totally fun, and she's really good on it.
I think, and the weird thing about, I mean, look, yes, Iris West is an iconic character. She is the Lois Lane to Barry Allen, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're not gonna do it in this movie, she sticks out like a sore thumb to the point where like these 3 scenes that she has, which really don't add much to the movie, and again, nothing against the actress. It feels like Ezra Miller, who is queer, it just feels like someone's like, yeah, maybe Ezra Miller, they, them, queer. Barry Allen likes ladies. Like they just want to make sure, like just to put it. Look,
it's just
he's just too nervous around girls. That's what our Barry Allen is. You know what I mean?
You're totally right. She's totally sidelined. They're doing way too much. This is like the sandwich: peanut butter, bananas, okay, raisins. Finally get the cheese. It's like, stop adding stuff to this. Stop it.
Yeah, don't deal with that until the other losing his powers in this one. That's next one.
Exactly.
The romantic thing, and that happened in the next movie. This one, I need to get to know him. I need to have some time with him now.
Or even have a romantic thing. Cut out fucking Batman and cut out Supergirl. If you're gonna,
but we have to catch up to Marvel, and Marvel is doing this, so we need to do that, and we're just gonna jump to conclusions, map it. Ron Livingston's in this, so I can say it.
There you go. Dude, I guarantee you Ron Livingston is, I just always kind of imagine him as his Office Space character, and Peter like just coming in like, oh yeah, hey Peter, looks like Billy Crudup just backed out of the movie. Y'all show up on Saturday, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Hey, you got it, Machete. I'll be there.
But so she's like, oh, your father's trial is tomorrow. I'm a reporter. Hey, remember we went to college together? Hey, didn't I see you a couple of months ago? Which is like, we're doing the Justice League Snyder cut.
But that's it. You only get it if you fucking spent the 4.5 hours watching that shit.
Yes.
Because I didn't think I was like, wait, what? And then I had to look it up because we did the Snyder Sessions thing several years ago. That's the last time I've taken a look at that motion picture. I was just like,
didn't they see you in black and white as well?
Weren't you in 4-3 for some reason? What was with the 1-3-3? You were in a 1-3-3 aspect ratio. You were black and white for a second. What the hell was that?
I remember you being less annoying as well. I don't know how did you get more caffeine? Maybe.
But so she's like, yeah, and this, that, and the other thing. Basically, like, I can't believe you. It's just so sad that you lost both of your parents on the same day. And he's like, thanks, I'm trying to live my life, and kind of storms off.
Well, she's getting like, it's kind of shitty because she's like, oh, what are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, your dad, how's he go? How's he doing? He's got a parole hearing coming up, right? Or a new trial hearing or whatever. And he's like, how did you know that? And she's like, oh, I'm the crime reporter for a Central City paper. And I'm like, that's fucking shitty. You're going in with this pretend friend route.
Yes.
Didn't I see you in the last movie? And now I'm going to try to get the scoop on your dad. Shitty shit right here, man.
Weirdly, just like Vicky Vale. Almost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And around here, don't we get like the flashback to what happened that day with
pretty much?
Yes.
Yeah. So like his mother, his dad's out getting a can of tomatoes, of course.
You gotta do it.
The kid's upstairs, and question mark comes in and stabs mom for no reason and leaves.
Yeah. Also, a lot of noise coming from downstairs, and this kid's not even remotely curious.
Yes,
by the way.
Dad gets home before this kid even bothers to check on his murdered mother.
Yeah,
God
that's
damn
weird.
this kid. And then the dad's immediately like, "Let me fondle the murder weapon."
We want to just get in there and start grabbing at it. Oh, let me put some
Barry-
hair. Put some
Barry-
hair on there.
Barry called 911, and what does Barry do? Walks outside and leaves.
Dude, he runs out of this house and like runs past adult Barry Allen, who's like watching it in memory form or whatever. And you're just like, did that actually happen? Like, your father told you to call 911? You ran out of the house? Where did
why
you
would
go?
you do that? Did Michael Myers cut the phone line?
He runs out there and just starts yelling a 911. I meant on the phone.
Barry,
phone
I could have
call.
done that. I could have yelled 911.
Not just to anybody, on the phone. We need to get people here to. Let me see. Does this hurt, honey? Does this hurt a little bit?
Well, she's really quiet. It must not hurt.
Yes.
Let me get some saliva in there. Oh, you know what? Let me give myself some defensive wounds as well. While I'm...
Yeah, honey, can I get your hand really quick? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, honey, I heard it. This from the History Channel. You put salt in the wound.
Yeah. Oh no, I dropped some semen I had. Oops.
Oh my God, my wife was murdered. Quick, let me jerk off for a second.
I'm saying he dropped it. He just had it. Okay.
Oh, some of my walking semen that I carry with me.
Hey, honey, remember how we were gonna like?
It wasn't the samples from the fridge. Just
we were gonna do the the basting of the oven, if you will.
Well, no, she's
have another
dead.
kid.
Well, she's dead, I guess. One last hand job for the road.
I mean, when am I going to get a chance like this again? Really? I mean, this is the last chance, right?
Oh God, I think if we keep going, I think Moment's going to shut this off.
That's probably
this
true.
Is intercut with he's actually talking to Ron Livingston from Iron Heights. He's got he hoped to have a new camera angle that would have exonerated his father, but whoops, his father is wearing this baseball hat because Ron Livingston was like kind of like self-conscious about how his hair looked that day, so he put a cap on before he left. And wouldn't you know it, you can't tell that it is his father at the grocery store. So whoops, that doesn't exonerate him at all. And that's why he's having this flashback. And
at the same time, it's like you got that footage. Your dad owns that hat. It's in the hat. You know what I mean? Come on, let him off.
He winds up while he's talking to his dad, he winds up running back to the old house in the Flash costume, right? And then
sure.
Yeah.
And then he
does. Yeah, he's on like the Bluetooth and he runs.
And he realizes that he runs even faster because he's so upset, and he winds up accidentally going back in time to seeing the babies. And this effect of him, Wizard of Oz, flame head.
Like Ace Ventura's head coming out of the rhinoceros asshole, you mean?
Everyone made fun of the one in Thor Love and Thunder, and they're like, let's do it again.
It's so much worse somehow.
It's a copy of a copy. It's always a copy of a copy, and it always looks wrong.
So he realizes, oh, wow, I can go back in time. This is when he calls up Bruce Wayne, right?
Yes, you're totally right. But there's a question I have here about this, because like, it's not, if you can believe it, ladies and gentlemen, not a great editing job.
Mm.
And what is crazy is this is the first time you see this fucking chrono bubble, this time, whatever the fuck they call it in the movie.
Sure.
All of it looks abysmal, by the way. But like, this is the first time we're seeing this thing. We don't know how it works. The character himself is figuring it out at that moment. So he does the whole poke the head through thing, sees the baby, comes back through. Wow, that was weird. And then it just cuts to him talking to Bruce Wayne outside his apartment. And I was like, wait a second. How did he figure out how to get back? How did he even figure out what the hell was going on? Why would you not show him being like, I should turn around and figure out how to get back? And then he gets back and he goes, whew, that was a close call.
Yeah, like looks at his watch. All right, I'm at the exact same time I should be. Good.
Yeah.
You know, they probably filmed that, but then, you know, they had to get this down to 2.5 hours, you know?
No, you're right.
And again, he has a pretty good scene with Bruce Wayne here. You know what I mean? And like, I do think that Ezra Miller and Ben Affleck have pretty good chemistry. That's why they work okay in those Justice League movies. Am I wrong there?
No, you're not wrong. And why it works is because I feel like whereas Bruce Wayne finds Barry Allen annoying, Ben Affleck finds Ezra Miller annoying. So not a big lift on my man, Ben Affleck, to be like, oh, I got to play it like I'm annoyed with this kid. Yeah, I think I can do that.
What? But that's the other thing. In the first one, it feels like Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne are actually having a conversation. There's some sense that Barry Allen's a normal person. At this point, this performance in this movie, they're just talking past each other. Like, I don't even feel the connection in this scene. It just feels like they're like, here's some information we have to get out before the next scene happens. Do you have any information you have to get out before the next scene happens? Okay, let's go then.
Well, I'm going to get in my really cool car and drive off and bye-bye, DCEU. You're not going to see Ben Affleck again as Bruce Wayne. Adios, movie.
They also do a drop of the Pazharnov thing, the Steppenwolf shit.
Yes.
That when they're talking, and I'm just like, why bother at this point?
I mean,
this is all doomed land. Like nobody here is staying here. Like,
to be fair,
changing.
That was an Academy Award-winning scene, though, Chris.
Of course, it was. It was
that scene won an Academy Award. I'm sorry, it did, ladies. Look it up.
Yeah.
What was it? Coolest? Was it coolest scene?
Yes.
And the Academy Award for coolest scene goes too. I totally forgot about that. Yes. Mickey Rourke gave the award out.
No, I'm serious. It's a real thing. That movie won.
The Emmys did this.
No, the Academy Awards for one time gave an award for like coolest scene because they're trying to do that thing where like, all right, I'm looking it up.
For the Joss Whedon Justice League?
Yes,
movie?
I think you're from a different timeline and things are getting spaghetti soup.
I think we're getting some Mandela effect going on here,
baby. I hope you're right. Honestly,
I'm looking it up right now.
I thought it was a bit, but you're being deadly serious now.
Zack Snyder's Justice League didn't win an Oscar, but got the Oscars, the 2022 Oscars cheer moment. What does that mean?
What? Was it like some pre-show thing? Like
possibly.
That's amazing. Why? Why bother?
It's not one of our favorite scenes.
Yep. Okay. Because IMDb explains what it is. The 2022 winner of Steve's right, the Oscars cheer moment.
Okay, this is a Twitter poll.
The Flash enters the Speed Force.
Yes, that's it.
And now Eric's right. I do remember this. It was like poll shit, like viewer polls.
Oh,
Zack Snyder didn't come out and get a statuette.
No, it didn't happen.
It's an Academy Award-winning scene, is what I consider it. Okay,
a Twitter poll award-winning scene that was read out at the Academy Award.
By
the way, which they only gave out once, because it was
featuring Academy favorite Kieran Hines' voice.
Well, wasn't the 2022 Oscars? I mean, I think wasn't that still kind of like COVID-y, whatever. We're getting everybody back to loving the movies.
They didn't want like a suicide bomber if they didn't acknowledge Zack Snyder, which would have happened.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
So Iris West comes to his place now, and it's like, this is something you could imagine in a fun romantic comedy. The Flash runs upstairs, cleans his apartment really quickly.
Sure.
She
comes upstairs. We do a lot of tired jokes like, I cleaned up, and then the cabinet opens and all this shit falls out. twice we're doing that. I could not believe a gag that I think Jackie Gleason invented. Come on.
And if you wanted to underline how much he's eating all the time, it seems like you would want more stuff. Like they give him like the college boy routine, like the fridge is just like takeout containers, a thing of broccoli and an old soda, and that's it. And I'm like, no, he's got like kind bars, like boxes upon boxes of kind bars everywhere.
Right. Pork rinds, whatever, stuff that keeps that he's got in his apartment.
Stuff.
Dude, a ton of like fat guy food would be awesome. Like, you eat this stuff?
Yeah, just like a freezer full of like Hungry Man XL dinners.
Right, he needs to be
real big fuckers.
Event horizoning pizzas, whole pizzas.
Costco, like Costco things of like Tyson buffalo chicken wings.
Right. Yep. And then everyone's like in the theater, like, he's just like me.
I'm gonna go at the concession stand, get some chicken wings. Let's do it.
Yeah. What do you mean you have chicken pot pie? What the fuck?
I gotta eat this much. It's a count of how fast I am.
I mean, how fast my heart is beating. What? I can't hear you over the beating of my own heart.
If I eat all this, eventually I'll be able to save my mother. Is thing.
Yeah, she died in the past. Yeah, pass those pork rinds.
I think at some point here, the tagline for this movie, which is 3 lives ruined over a can of tomatoes. And that is when
should have put that on the poster.
Barry is like, but if he doesn't have to get the tomatoes, then he won't leave. And then the criminal won't come in. Wait a second. And he's like, thanks, Iris. You can see yourself out. And
dude, it'd be hilarious if both parents got killed. Because that guy's stab crazy.
Here's just a pro tip. All right. If you are somehow trying to create this scheme where you're going to travel back in time and prevent your mother's murder. I mean, we've all been there. It's best not to like talk it out in front of a total stranger. Like this kid is straight up talking about what he's going to do, talking about running back in time, talking about this woman is just standing there like, yeah, this guy's cute. Yeah, I want to go on a date with this guy. He's talking about time travel. I'm getting hot.
I have some sympathy for the fella, I gotta say, because he went to the Chris Cabin School of Excuses, because when he has to go, what does he say? I've got to take a shit.
He does say it.
I have to go take a shit. I mean, that is just it works.
No, he says that to his parents, actually.
Oh, that's the parents. Sorry.
Yeah, he does it to the parents, but it is your copywritten excuse.
Someone's a fan out there. Someone's a fan.
So he runs through the time tunnel again to get this thing going. And this, when I tell you, folks, like he realizes like where he has to go. So he's running back through the Justice League movie, and he's running back through to the Man of Steel timeline. And like you see, this is where you see all our friends. This is fucking computer Henry Cavill, computer Wonder Woman, computer Jason Momoa, and Ben Affleck as Dr. Doak. This when they do the thing, it's from the Justice League movie where he throws the batarang at him, and the Flash dodges it. It's that with a fucking N64 character in for Affleck. It is
which doesn't make sense. You have the footage. The footage actually already exists. You've already made the movie.
But you are so sucking your own dick about this terrible cameo cavalcade at the end of this movie that has to look terrible, that then everything else has to match that. So because you're so obsessed with this awful, embarrassing, debasing fan service idea, you destroy the effects for the rest of this movie for this big set piece that is your whole thing that makes it's the engine of the movie is this time tunnel shit. And it looks, I'm sorry, it looks awful. I will never be convinced otherwise.
I don't think you should. I mean, the Grant Gustin show, I think it's fine for them to do it in that because it looks cheesy. All the running, like, I don't know if the audience has not seen this movie. First of all, bless you and keep you. That is
thanks for tuning in without seeing it. That's pretty brave of you, I have to say.
This is what the running looks like.
Yeah, it is herky jerky running around, running.
Right, because remember, run without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm.
Oh, that's right.
It's trying to throw, like, it looks like he's trying to throw his arms off his body.
It's like Edna Krabappel can't stop doing the monkey.
It looks so ridiculous.
What about like a little tight, high and tight, like Olympic joggers, Olympic runners are usually like this, right?
He looks like he's fucking skanking, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking come on.
My feeling is they shouldn't, like, if you're gonna do something, it'd be more interesting and more fun to do more like things like a piece of paper like flying up in the air as he passes and stuff like that, rather than actually trying to animate the process of him doing it. It looks ridiculous.
Hats flying off heads. I'm sure Christopher Reeve's Superman movies did things like that.
I actually just rewatched it because I've been laid up for a bit. X-Men Days of Future Past. The Quicksilver scene is so good. It's so good. You know what I mean? Like they knew how to make that exciting to look at.
What is that deal? They use him to break into the White House?
No, to break out Magneto from prison.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Secret prison.
It's been a long time since that movie, but I've really liked it.
They do it. They do it in the next movie. I think they do it in Apocalypse as well.
They do it in the school. When
in Apocalypse.
Yes, Empire.
So then he gives his mother tomatoes secretly as the Flash. Don't forget the tomatoes. Don't forget the tomatoes.
Don't forget the tomatoes.
I don't know why that's the line they have Barry Allen say. Like it's just weird.
I guess it's because
it's Adam Sandler asking. Oh, don't forget the tomatoes.
My mama is dead. Mama got killed.
It's fucking Hoobie Halloween over here.
Boo boo ba doo boo have to run back in time.
Adam Sandler, The Flash, you're selling me on it.
Don't forget the tomatoes as we go into Lunch Ladyland. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Flash, sloppy Flash, yeah.
So then he's running back to his own time, but he gets knocked out by an
Time Goblin.
Goblin, we'll call him.
Here's the thing about this. Spoiler alert for the end of the movie. It's old Barry Allen. Now, here's the thing. It's insane that right after that happens, there's not even a who the fuck was that?
Yes.
This fucking Barry Allen does not acknowledge that guy until the very end of the movie where he comes back and he's like, oh, that guy. Oh, yeah.
Why would you not be like guy? Yes.
Yeah. Like some purple and black rock monster dude knocked me out of the time tunnel. Mm-hmm. What's that about? No, we're not going to question that in the slightest. Nope.
I would definitely have some questions, but I'm just getting used to the damn time Coliseum. I don't know what's going on in this place. There might be time goblins for all I know.
The time Coliseum doesn't look good either.
No,
it's all terrible. It's all terrible.
So now he is back on his street. He realizes like, wait, where am I? When am I? He sees his mother, so of course he has to go in. He take some clothes from some old people.
That's funny. Isn't that funny? That's
kind of undressing an old woman against her will. Was that one of his things in real life? Just the movie. Just the movie.
There's a bad Ron Livingston winky joke where he's like, oh, Barry's here and he's early. What universe is this? And I was like, oh, is everyone paying attention? Isn't it fun?
That's so fun.
Are we having fun at the movies?
We are.
This is where Barry says he's got to take a shit, Chris, because he's eating dinner. He's very delighted, obviously, to see his mother. It's a sweet little moment they have. And they're chowing down. You're seeing Barry Allen disgustingly eat spaghetti here. The first of at least two more times someone eats spaghetti in this movie, and he sees his younger self crossing the street. This kid kicking over neighbors' garbage cans, dancing with his laundry sack. I want to kick this kid in the nuts.
Not only do we do countless Back to the Future references coming up, but this is young. This is the Marty's son in Back to the Future too.
Yeah, he's just such a douchebag.
Oh, you're right.
He is, and like
he might as well have his pockets inside out.
Fruit, please.
Fruit. He accosts the kid. He's like, what year is it? What day is it? Blah, blah, blah. And then he brings the kid back into his own room. And like, he's got the long shaggy hair and he's got the scumbag laugh. and like everything this.
Sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry.
And then he's
I
like,
did it again.
But oh, dude, do the running around thing again. He's like, I can't do it, Barry. Ma. I'm like, dude, I want to punch. I can't. I didn't know I wanted to punch Ezra Miller more in the face, but now you're making me want to punch them more in the face. It's amazing.
It's like, you're back your teenage years. You might have, well, for me, you want to kill yourself. And then if you go back and this is happening, you might just do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Eric. You got to look at this bedroom here. He's got a fun Inception poster on the wall,
Oh,
was there an Inception
Yeah,
poster?
he's got an
There was
Inception
indeed.
poster on his wall.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
If it was
all
me,
right.
if I bothered me at 18, it'd be like, whatever, fine. That's cool. That sucks.
We want to play Mortal Kombat.
We're gonna listen to some Cold Chamber.
That's just so
Steve,
simple.
were you listening to Cold Chamber? That can't be true.
No, that's not me.
That's Chris Cabin.
That's
Guilty
Chris Cabin
as
just
charged.
spinning a yarn again. Old Chris Cabin spinning Cold Chamber
Yeah,
yarns.
I don't think I actually can because I have to go to Blockbuster later. Sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, System of a Down. I should have.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to go rent Men at Work with starring Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. Sorry.
Right now, I think it's like my third favorite comedy of all time.
Yeah, I have to go pick up another pizza.
This
There's
is,
another pizza waiting for me.
this is interrupting my masturbation schedule, sir. Please leave. Please
Well, if we
leave.
go into another time period, there's still going to be internet pornography, right?
I believe that's my gooning hour thing, or hours.
I come from the future. Actually, I know something called gooning. I will be doing it every
Don't bring
day.
it into the past. You don't know what you're gonna do.
Society crumbles because everyone's home spending hours jerking off.
Kurt Loder's got to do a segment on gooning.
This is MTV News with Kurt Loder. The phenomenon of gooning that's been sweeping the teenage nation.
Has taken its 15th life.
So, but he realizes once it starts raining, oh my God, this is the day that I get my powers. If I don't get my powers, if you don't get your powers today, then I'll never have my powers. So then we have to go to the crime lab and do the thing. And they do the thing, and he gets electrocuted, and the other both Barrys get electrocuted, but he gets electrocuted first.
So, look, question now. If I guess so, the thing is, you get struck by lightning where it blows up a bunch of chemicals that fly on you. You get the powers. Then Barry 2, the new Barry, gets these powers. The old Barry gets these powers taken away.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what?
It doesn't make sense, Eric.
Because movie.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's like if you have amnesia, you just get someone to punch you in the head as hard as possible, and then everything comes back, and vice versa.
She falls in a well, eyes go cross. Gets kicked by a mule, they go back to normal. I don't know.
That is the logic.
God, her eyes.
But shit
Makes no
rocks.
sense.
But no, it makes no sense. But now he lost his powers, and now the annoying Barry has the powers, which is even worse.
Now,
somehow.
question. Also,
And,
additional question. Phasing. Now, phasing was that in the other movies?
I don't know. It's all over the comics. That's what he
is
does
it?
all the
Okay.
time. It is something he does. He goes through walls. Basically, he vibrates his molecules enough to go through things.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Do you
Which
think there's a sexual
question
thrill if he starts going through people that don't suspect?
Ooh,
Oh, like
that's
a ghost?
Yeah.
I
Or he
guess
goes through
would be
something
a
like,
ghost.
"Oh shit, you have cancer." Oh, sorry, man. When I face through you, you totally have cancer.
But like you start to go through someone, you materialize just a little bit.
Ooh, a little bit.
Well, I was gonna say you run the risk of getting some of the cancer in your cells, then, and
Right,
then
yeah.
I don't want to play that game.
What's weird though is to break into the facility, just to back up a quick second, he phases through the front door, and then they get up to the lab, and he phases through the lab. And Barry 2, who's yet to get the powers, is fine with the phasing. He actually kind of likes it. I imagine he's getting a little stiffy downstairs, probably the way that he's reacting here in the scene. So that's all fine. You can do that. But then later, Barry 1 tells Barry 2 some of the things, like the do's and don'ts of running with shit. And he's like, you can't run with a person too far because it fucks him up. And we do see it later in the movie, like he moves him and Barry 1 starts throwing up. Now, why is it that the moving that causes mass hilarious vomiting, but the phasing, the shaking of your molecules so you can pass through something, is giving you a hard on. I don't understand. You know what I mean?
This line also, I guess, explains why he put a baby in the microwave to move it around.
Because you can't just move a baby.
Because the baby would puke, which it would do anyway.
Well, there's
why he's kind of like moving them by just like gently pushing them, kind of.
Never ever shake a baby. Put it in a microwave. That's usually that's wisdom.
Yes, that's our lesson for the folks at home.
But so like he's lost his powers and his tooth. We should say hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
Very funny.
Tooth pops out. He glues it back in.
And here I
wouldn't glue my tooth back in. But I guess I'll go to a dentist.
You're tasting glue all the time.
Yeah, why are you doing
and I can't believe. I mean, super glue or no, that's not a quick pop in and.
No, and you're just putting garbage in your mouth.
Oh no, yeah, it's going to be rotting soon enough. That's going to be a real problem any day now. And it should be pointed out from here on out, they are Winklevying. Yeah, there is whatever Ezra Miller is being focused on at the time gets the focus, and then the other Barry Allen is just total like a D grade version of the Winklevi twins.
Yes,
like just worst. It's so distracting. If you notice it, it becomes so distracting.
There's some shots.
Hey, that actor's a total fucking freak too. How about that?
It does something to you. I think it does. I think it
playing two of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, all what did he like? I guess no, he did some bad stuff, but he also just fantasized about eating people, and people were like, "No, that's enough."
But then there was like some actual like abuse things on top. of
Ezra's got the same thing.
Probably
more.
Well, I mean, that's why Ezra might not ever make a movie ever again. We'll see. Yeah. This was Warner Brothers for some reason. They're like, throw Batgirl in the garbage. I need to know. That's even more. I need to know what that Batgirl movie is because how could it be worse than this?
Because exactly. This is what you put out instead of Batgirl. So like. Tell me what was so bad about it, Zaz. What did you hate about it? Was it because it was a fucking girl superhero?
I guarantee you, Ezra Miller will act again, and he will win an Academy Award for portraying Jimmy Fallon in the throes of alcoholism, like an old man Fallon, because he looks exactly like Jimmy Fallon, and I don't know why they keep acting like he's multicultural.
Yes,
I don't know. They do look like a very funny young Jimmy Fallon, and you want to make like
them. I apologize. I was thinking of Jimmy Fallon, the character he was. They would be playing.
Well, it's hard because Barry has he/him pronouns, and Ezra has they/them pronouns,
and Jimmy Fallon has
glug pronouns.
That's the one. No, it's true.
Whatever, man. He has the Tonight Show and I don't. Who gives a shit?
His mother is Spanish. Him young is like an Asian actor. Is that right? So he's Jewish, German, and Dutch, and he looks like Jimmy Fallon. I don't know what we're doing here.
I don't know. Anyway, so Barry 2.
His pronouns are more and thank you. Sorry.
His pronouns. His apartment. Barry 2's apartment. We're back there, and it's like, I guess because he got knocked out, he doesn't remember that he got powers right away. So this is Barry freaking out like, I got powers, and we have to waste the great tune All Right by Supergrass on this little number here. Barry's running around, Central City, causes a real calamity, I have to say, and like gets away with it scot-free. We never hear about it again. Like, this is a total catastrophe. Hey. Like, trucks are tipping over, lampposts are falling down, fires are starting.
Hey, Gen X parents, do you remember Clueless? Huh? You remember Clueless? You remember how much you liked it? Remember how the song was in it? Huh? You like that?
And more. He comes back and he's like naked and he faces to the floor. There's a lot of fun stuff. But it's like, we need to figure out this tomorrow because Barry passes out. And
it's so much like Looney Tunes shit, complete with the 1812 overture, I believe.
Yes.
You hear in there. But so we have training day. So we're going to go to a park and I'm going to show you all about the powers. I'm going to show you. I think this is kind of neat. And I can't recall if they showed us this before in any of them Justice League movies or whatever, but like, to activate the suit, he like turns the ring and you see it in slow-mo and it's like the suit I thought that was kind of neat. And then it's because this is why I think it's funny, because it's kind of an equivalent joke of like, for me, like how funny I think it is when like a dummy or a puppet falls someplace, the suit just kind of falls on the ground.
because he's supposed to get dressed while it's happening. And you know what? Because that's a Flash specific. One of the very few ones that are allowed to be in this movie because it's about to turn into a Batman movie.
Yes.
Because
then we get the line of "It hurts my dick."
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We're saying dick a lot. We're saying shit a whole lot. A lot of shit.
Shit. And I think
we got the one fuck.
There's the one fuck at the end. I thought the subtitles told me there was like a muffled fuck in a crowd somewhere, but maybe not.
I appreciate the cussing, folks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Speaking of the crowds, wouldn't you know it? Not only is it the week Barry Allen got his powers, it's also the week Zod showed up in Man of Steel.
Wouldn't you know? Well, we booked it on the same week. Who knew?
This scene starts the endless. Eric Stoltz played Marty McFly in Back to the Future, which I'm sorry, the great television show Fringe did this 10 years ago at least. You can't be doing this. Pick another fucking thing. There's so many someone was almost someone. You can't do Back to the Future. I get why you're doing Back to the Future, but it just kind of looks like your whole screenplay idea is aping that television show that Fox aired a decade ago.
It's the most broadest thing. It's don't show any, like, can't even go for like what Time After Time, another time travel, anything other than Back to the Future. But it has to be the easiest one every time.
Well, welcome back to the franchise, Mr. Michael Shannon. By the way, Michael Shannon.
I'm so happy to be here.
Didn't understand why he was asked to return as General Zod since the character was killed off in Man of Steel. I'm like, they saw Man of Steel, right? My manager is like, yeah, but it's different. I'm like, what is? And he's like, it's a multiverse. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. That's literally a quote. I love it so much.
King shit right there.
And also, apparently he called this. I think is always is like he called Zack Snyder. To
bullshit.
Like,
this is bullshit.
This is a negotiating tactic. He's like, hey Zack, I'm on the phone with DC right now. Yeah, I'm just trying to rake him over the coals. I'm asking you for permission, but by permission I mean I want $25,000 more. That's the yeah. Okay, cool, Zack. Talk to you later.
What? But
Just
Michael, I can't hear you. I'm picking up a tire and putting it back down over and over again. I cannot hear you.
It doesn't matter. I'm calling you for leverage. Leverage.
Okay,
that shit, though, it's so, I mean, Michael Shannon didn't give a fuck about being in Man of Steel. And anytime there's like, I wasn't going to do this new thing unless the old director gave me the blessing. Stop. Just stop it.
He didn't appreciate how Zach was treated. Like, I just picture Michael Shannon going to all these movies.
I might
got rid of him.
I might believe if Al Pacino was like, Francis asked me not to do this movie, so I didn't do it. I don't believe Michael Shannon after playing Zod once. He's like, Zach, I'm dying for you, baby. It's me and you to the end. I
also, if anyone in this world doesn't have time for the Snyder cut, it is Michael fucking Shannon. Oh man, thank God they gave Zach's vision. I watched it in color and in black and white. Wow. This is the Justice League I want, man. No, not. It doesn't make sense. He's doing theater and he doesn't give a shit.
I don't know really what I'm doing right now at all, actually. I'm doing a sequel to Waco. I don't know how that works exactly, but the checks are coming in, so it's nice.
I saw him do Waiting for Godot last year. Excellent.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because he's an excellent actor. He's too good of an actor to give a fuck about asking for a blessing to get a paycheck. Dude, I'm sorry, it's a fake story.
I've never seen anyone give a shit less than him in this movie. It's It's actually impressive. Him being like, "Hey, Kara Zor-El," or whatever the fuck. It's so.
He made it, every line you could just replace with him going like, "Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching."
So Andy, this is a needle box I'm putting in there. Okay, needle box here. Okay, and I just put it on the chest here. All right.
Oh, that's a real dumb.
You'll have to remind me what happens in Man of Steel because I refuse to watch it. Just give me the cliff notes in my ear here, pal. Your piece, because I ain't gonna watch it.
So he's looking up all the Justice League members, right? Because this is his whole thing. He says to Barry too. He's like, "All right, look, if I can unite the Justice League before we actually united, we can possibly prevent Man of Steel and the origin of our 75 9/11s.
Yes.
I can prevent that from happening." So we go back to Barry 2's apartment. He this Barry lives with the shitty bully coworker friends, but they're like stoner losers in this realm.
And why weren't they there last night? Question mark, when he was running around naked.
Oh, big party down
okay,
in
yeah.
whatever block.
Because that first scene at Barry 2's apartment, that was from like a different script, and they like had it shot, and then there was like a rewrite, and it's like, oh yeah, he's got loser friends, including, I'm sorry, a fucking half-baked guy on the couch joke. Please. Stop thinking no one's seen any other movie.
He's like, oh wow, what's that smell? Oh, that's Gary. He lives on the couch. He didn't last night, motherfucker. I don't know where he came from. I don't know what did you fuck with the multiverse last night as well? What earth are we on now?
Wouldn't that be terrible? You go back in time and you come back, and every time you get more roommates.
Oh my God,
nightmare!
No, thank you. So he looks through. We'll do it real quick. Victor Stone. He's just a star QB. He has not been turned into Cyborg. Wonder Woman, because he's just Googling Wonder Woman and not her name. So that brings up an old woman who's doing like a Vegas burlesque show. Aquaman, this is our boy Tim, picks up the phone. Tim Wetter Morrison picks up the phone as Aquaman's dad. And it's like,
Crikey.
oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, is Arthur there? Oh, you mean me dog? No, your son, Arthur. Oh, I don't have a son. Oh, are you married to a beautiful Atlantean woman that looks like Nicole Kidman? No, I'm married to an old piece of shit on the couch. Like, they cut to this woman, and it's just like, bah!
And then you're just waiting for the bop, bop, totally. He's Al Bundy. Great. Fantastic.
I got a call back for the Flash. Yeah, it's disgusting wife.
I really hope I get it.
Yeah.
There's lines. I actually have lines.
Oh, I'm so excited to win this Academy Award. You know, my career started back on The Flash when I played Disgusting Wife. I've come so far from Disgusting Wife.
I'm so happy to accept this Academy Award for coolest scene for Disgusting Wife reveal in The Flash 2023.
It could.
I really.
Are all the nominations out? Do we know?
Yeah. The Academy Awards pukiest scene goes to.
So
Victor. Arthur Curry was never born. So that scraps that, and then we get into the big fucking fight over Back to the Future, and they go through this, and it's so annoying because it's like Michael J. Fox was Marty McFly. Oh, you mean Eric Stoltz? You know, and then it's like, oh, what do you mean, Kevin Bacon? No, Michael J. Fox was in Footloose. Yeah. Kevin Bacon? No, Kevin Bacon was in Top Gun. And I'm just
who's on first?
Please move on.
I know, it's just for no one. But the girl there, Patty Spivet's like, I am Batman. And it's like, what, Batman exists in this universe?
Yes.
So we go to Gotham. Thankfully.
Does this look like the Wayne Manor from the Burton movies? I couldn't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen them.
The interior sort of does. The interior
there's like the trophy room of all the armor.
And
that
the
looks
kitchen,
like it.
The kitchen.
The kitchen with
like
the stairs and everything.
Sack of potatoes covered in mud. That's my pennyworth. But yeah, the interior, exterior, not so much. They come in and he's like, "Hey, Bruce! Wow, didn't know you painted." And
didn't know you blared Chicago on vinyl. Hell yeah.
And I mean, like, welcome back, Michael Keaton, I guess.
Don't do that. No.
This is the fight sequence. Wait, he thinks they're intruders.
This is the equivalent of him going back after being Batman specifically, not even being the Vulture, is after doing Birdman, which I don't like, is even worse than Sandler going back and doing dog shit after Funny People, when he was making fun of all of his like high concept comedy.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, I'm of the opinion that Funny People's also dog shit.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's like you took a role that criticized this whole thing. You were at least nominated for an Academy Award. Did he win something for Birdman?
He was nominated. Everyone thought he was going to win. He did not.
But then you just go and kind of do this. And here's the thing that's crazy.
Scoop it back up.
Batman is in a lot of the rest of this movie.
Yeah.
And he only got paid $2 million. What is going on? Like,
I don't think he's actually in a lot of the rest of this movie. if you think about it, he disappears a lot. It's a lot of like, because like right here, there's a big fight scene where he
you don't see his fucking face. This is stunt double. He looks like the professional wrestler Kane with the
Robinson
hair.
Crusoe for some reason. I don't understand the wig.
Steve, I understand that you want to talk about this, but first, I do think Andrew's right. We should start a campaign now. Michael Keaton needs more money, folks. we need to get him more money, and we need to get dump trucks full of cash to Michael Keaton.
My point, though,
today.
is if listen, Chris. If you want me to debase myself this bad in a movie,
sure,
it's got to be more than $2 million, man. It has to be.
I guess, yes.
By the way, Eddie Redmayne was the winner of the Oscar that year for Theory of Everything.
That is.
Professor, take that, Michael Keaton, Professor.
They should make a sequel to that movie that explores his ties to Epstein.
Just the island, just his trip to the island. That's the whole movie. That's all I want, really. He goes into submarine. That's a big scene.
It's called The Theory of Everything Else. And it's like,
oh, there you go.
Please do that.
That's what you would call the direct-to-DVD sequel that's not attached to the first movie at all for some reason.
But yeah, so like he beats them up, but then realizes that they're friends, and then he sits down with them and explains the movie to everybody. Not only when you fuck with time, you don't fuck what is going on in front, but now you're fucking up with what's going on behind it as well.
We literally just do the scene from Back to the Future 2 showing the divergent timeline, saying that's wrong. It's actually
he says you've probably seen a movie where someone says a timeline goes like this, and I was like,
everyone's talking about
I have.
Everyone's talking about it throughout this entire movie.
It must have been on TNT the day before the events of this film, and everybody. And it was a rainy Sunday, and everybody just caught Back to the Future that Sunday.
Everyone was watching the Back to the Future marathon, and then General Zod cuts in, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
I don't remember this part in Biff's Casino.
Hey, hold on, I'm cutting into a movie. What? What's that? Is that him? They're both him, huh? He's playing rock and roll.
Here's my question about this Batman, and the movie doesn't answer it because this movie that features, I still think, quite a lot of Batman and Bruce Wayne doesn't give a fuck to explain why. So he says here, like, because they're like, oh, you should help us, you're Batman, and he's like, well, not so much these days. Gotham's so safe, they don't need me anymore. It's one of the safest cities in the world, he says. Now, if you succeeded, Batman, in your mission to eradicate crime from Gotham, that's cool, you know. Why are you a weird shut-in with super long hair and a Peter Bogdanovich neckerchief, and you're leaving the fucking door open? Like, what happened to this dude?
I like the neckerchief.
It's not, I mean, that's fine, but like, explain to me why all of a sudden this dude, who the last time we saw him in 1992, free of neckerchiefs.
Yeah.
What happened to this character?
And he was a chick magnet. Where he's got nothing going on.
Purpose. Well, no, the guy's got no purpose anymore. He was the savior of this place, and now he's just got to hang out at his fucking mansion, eating fucking the worst spaghetti ever. It looks like, and like
you're
in Chicago.
But I just don't understand. You're totally right, Chris. That probably is what it is. I don't have a purpose, but like, you're a billionaire who's waist deep in fucking poon all the time. Like, what happened to all of that?
I guarantee you, in whatever cut it was, or whichever fucking different script, one of them had somebody like, the Joker found out who I was and killed the one woman I loved, and I had to blah blah blah. Whatever that is,
dude. I bet that's in Batgirl.
That scene is just excised, and now he's shut in Bruce Wayne, which does not make a ton of sense.
It really doesn't. And Eric, thank you for reminding me. I forgot that he was also doing this in Batgirl, and we'll never see it. And actually, I think what happened is this movie had to come out before Batgirl because this sets up why he is in Batgirl. As I understand it.
Okay.
Because at the end of this movie, the original ending of this movie wasn't the George Clooney line, which we'll get into. It was Michael Keaton and Supergirl getting out of the car. And it's like, wow, my friends are in this timeline now? ? And then they can go off and do stuff. But since that didn't test well, they're like, let's go for the joke ending.
Let's kill them. Let's kill them both. How about they didn't like
multiple times.
Let's just slaughter them. How about we slaughter them over and over again for 30 minutes?
He decides not to help them. But both Barrys break into the Batcave.
Yes, and one of the things they find is this bag that laughs, which is Batman took a memento off the Joker's corpse like a serial killer.
Good for him.
He's probably got an ear necklace.
This is when Barry 2 goes full Daffy Duck, and it's just going all over the Batcave, like up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down.
And I took a note from Roger Rabbit, and I just turned to the television and I said, "I hope you die laughing."
Shave and a haircut.
I do want to see him go like, because I no pain. No pain, no pain.
But Barry 1 yells at him because he's like, "Don't you take anything seriously? Blah blah blah. You don't talk about our mother. Why? Oh
boy, he hasn't said that's. I mean, that's a point. He hasn't told other Barry that the mother dies at all. Like that's just not it. And like again, personally, that doesn't really matter. Like when it does get like released, when it's said, I'm like, no, you had to do that before.
Yeah,
at this point, it really doesn't matter. Like it becomes a non-point after what happens in this movie.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. If you really think about it for a second, why would it matter anyway? Because at this point, they understand that there's like two different, timelines and there's universes, and Michael Keaton literally says multiverse.
Yes.
The dead mom isn't Barry 2's mom. Barry 2's mom on this planet is still alive.
Yes.
Like, why would this dude give a shit about another dimension's mom? You know what I mean? Like, and then to sort of jumping all over the place here, jumping through the timeline of the movie, but like at the end when it's like Barry 2 is the one that becomes obsessed with doing this, I'm like, but why? Yeah. It's not your mother. Why would it not be Barry 1? Like Barry 2 becomes obsessed with it and becomes the old Flash and everything. But he shouldn't give a shit at all, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but hey, don't worry about it because it looks like Superman's up in a Siberian black site for some reason, being held by a mercenary group.
Yes, right. Batman decides to help them. He gives them a packet of information, and this is when.
I'm Batman.
Oh, dude.
Oh. So this is almost sort of like,
hey, Michael, can we take you that? No, we can't. That's all you get.
Maybe if it was $5 million, you get a couple more takes out of me.
I think they should have done all of his lines. I think should have been lines from the original Batman, and just everyone be like, just say it again, like,
"Yay, he did it."
They're like all that, right? We even get a "How much do you weigh?"
We get the Vicky Vale reference. Yeah.
What do we get? Like, what? You want a couple grand? Give
Yep.
Give a Barry here a couple grand.
Speaking of like movies and how an origin would be better, even though we're tired of origin movies, I'd kind of want them back because Supergirl landing in Russia, it's sort of like a Superman Red Sun or something. Let's explore what that is.
But we don't. No. This is a video game level. If there's ever been a video game, the Russians are like, but. They're just,
they got a whole lot of
Doak is down there.
Dr. Doak has entered the movie once again. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God.
Right, so we go down there, we use our remote mines, then we use proximity mines. Like it's such a
Player 2 as Supergirl. Catch up. You're slowing us down. Player 2 as Supergirl. Catch up.
Well, they put her in a prison made of deep plastic so that her metal controlling powers.
No,
Chris, that's X-Men.
No. Okay. It's just a sunless room.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Or a ball. They put her in a ball.
It's a ball.
Yeah. It's made of something from the abyss. It looks like a deep sea diving thing or something.
Sphere from the sphere.
And you know what? Also, I fucking hate, honestly. And this is what I've never liked it in Rogue One, and I don't like it here either, is when you take these iconic characters from the 80s and you give them the CGI fight choreography that we have to have now. I hate the way Batman fights in this. I really do. I hate everything. And that's what I hate when Darth Vader starts going ape shit on everybody at the end of Rogue One. I'm like, that's not what Darth Vader does.
But there's the music. The music means it's the thing you like.
Yeah. But also, like, he's supposed to be
older.
He's supposed to be old Batman. It's not like we're trying to fake the funk in that department. And there's not a single moment where he's like, this, if there ever would be a pass for an I'm getting too old for this.
Yes.
It's this, because this dude is jumping all over the place, falling all over the place, getting the shit kicked out of him, literally almost gets shot in the face at one point because he is slow and Supergirl saves him. But like, I need something about like, this ain't working out so well. This was a mistake.
Appreciate the moment where we have him stitching himself up. At least it's an acknowledgement of some kind.
Yeah, that's a nice thing, stitching himself up. And that's also a cool acknowledgement. I had the thought today of like, he's Alfredless, you know, so that's like a nice Alfred.
That's why,
also,
that's why he fell apart.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
That could be, right?
But
But not a single framed photo of Michael Gough in this movie.
No, Barry, there's no one left to wipe my ass, so I just let it all go. Let it all go.
But instead of finding big hunky Henry Cavill inside the pit of despair, they find a very emaciated Supergirl. They bring her out. More bad fighting. I mean, the fighting is
this thing. The way she hits every person, like
Well, that's
one guy she hits explodes. I don't know why, but he explodes.
She's a Kryptonian. She punched a Russian in the face. That's it.
All right.
I mean, I do like that. Like any, really depressed person, all she really needs is her sun lamp. Needs to get out there, get it out, really rejuvenate. Feel like it's not winter anymore.
It's a tough time of year, especially in Siberia.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Sasha Calle is doing it her best here. I have no ill will towards her.
I think she's fine.
She's a little too late. She's too late in the movie, so she has no time to develop, and all she can do is die 40 times. Unfortunately,
and it's like, I know that they cast new Supergirl from House of the Dragon there for the new James Gunn DCU, fine. But, Sasha Calle's going to be okay. She just was in this flick at Sundance in the Summers, which was like one of the audience faves. I think it did actually win an award. A lot of nice little buzz about the movie.
It won audience fave at the Oscars.
But I actually I think I've been saying this from seeing it in theaters. It's another instance where she's good and she's captivating, and I kind of just want to watch that movie. I want to watch the Michael Keaton old Batman movie, and I want to watch a Supergirl movie with her, and I truly just do not give a fuck.
We have too many characters, but at the very least, at least they didn't make her a love interest, which they could have easily have done.
They're flirting with it a little bit here, where both Barry too has a crush on her.
Sure,
but whatever.
Oh, so he's eerily filming her later. Yes,
yes. So she saves the day. They go back to America. And wow, I guess they're like, wait, is she an evil Kryptonian or a good Kryptonian?
Right.
Whatever. We find out she's a good Kryptonian. Again, she has 6 lines in this movie.
Nothing.
She's like, they're like, oh, we're looking for Kal-El. She's like, oh, I'm Kara Zor-El. I'm his cousin. I always love that they're cousins. It's hilarious. It's just it's like, oh, he was in a different pod than me, and I don't know what happened to him. Let's find that out later in the movie.
Yo, did you see my cousin Cal? My cousin Cal, you're supposed to meet me here.
Yo, Kara Zor-El, your cousin's on the phone.
I got these calzones waiting, Cal. Where are we?
I'm taking a shit. Call back.
You use that every fucking time. Get down here, Cal.
There's a part where Barry 1 keeps referring to him as Clark, and Barry 2's like, oh, who's Clark Derp? And Barry 1's like, I told you, Superman. And then so she says Clark, and I think it would have been fine. They don't have her do it, but she has this look on her face where she's about to then follow it up with, but that was the name of our dog on Krypton. Something like that.
Yeah.
Would have been something.
Kal-El, no. Don't give them the stone.
Don't kiss your cousin.
But so it's like, oh man, are we gonna save the day?
No.
I will not save the day. But guess what he's gonna do, folks? He's gonna save the day. But because we decided to take away his powers, we need to give him back his powers.
Yes.
Oh, this fucking Frankenstein shit, dude.
I don't
Ben Franklin horse shit.
I don't understand. By the way, Batman also says, let's get nuts. He's going to help, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do that.
Here's the thing. When you see that shot, just really quickly, when you see that shot, it's, you want to get nuts? let's get nuts. In between those two sentences, you see bats fly away.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what that is? That's the last of Michael Keaton's dignity just flying out of the movie.
I think the last of his dignity was when he put on the second wing. The first wing is the Robinson Crusoe wing. This second one is Shatnerian. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is like
it is
very
it
much
is Star
right.
Trek 3-esque poodle upon his head.
But the thing about giving Barry back his powers, I kind of don't even understand, because we recreate the scenario where we get the Benjamin Franklin kite out to electrocute him with these chemicals. We do it. I guess question mark doesn't work, but then Supergirl flies him up to the heavens to be electrocuted again.
Yeah.
Really roasting him, dude. Really cooking him up there.
Because there's no the chair was the problem, I think.
I see.
You had to get actually
yep.
hit by the lightning for it to actually work.
Take off
like
your
that.
rubber boots, Barry. Come on.
I do wish that Barry in the chair had talked to Barry too and be like, "Hold my hand, boss."
Oh no.
Or he's like, wait, why does it work? It worked in 2013. Axe body spray. And he starts
Well, that's a great point that you bring up, dude, because he says to Bruce Wayne at one point, he's like, yeah, I borrowed some chemicals from you. There's no there's nothing that tells you he knows exactly what the chemicals were that fell on him from the lab. So I'm like, what'd you get? Like Tide Pods? You get some fucking dish detergent? What'd you find?
If we're trying to jerk off every other DC movie, at least show me a jar of Access chemicals.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Thank you. Totally.
But it works. And now
it works. Yes. Barry 2 spray paints the bat suit red.
Mm-hmm.
This Michael Keaton outfit, I think, is my favorite one, though. When we're doing the science experiment, because he's got dude, it's a sweater. It's a buttoned up sweater. It's before the experiment starts. He's got a button up sweater. He's got a button down shirt that's open, and he's got a necktie tied around his neck and tucked into the open button down shirt.
It's an ascot.
Wild.
It's class. He's a rich guy. He wants to know he's a rich guy. I love
That's
beautiful man.
It's like a rich guy on vacation or something. It's totally crazy. I do like Eric when he does put on the jumpsuit to do the experiment. It's a cool little Wayne Enterprises logo on his chest. It's pretty.
It's sweet. Like a mechanic's jumpsuit. It's awesome. It's like a Michael Myers outfit.
Right.
So let's get nuts. And here he's like, oh, what are we, the Justice League or something? It's like, no, you're not.
I thought they were going to say they're super friends or something here.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's the Super Friends need that talking dog, right, Steve? Or that dog wasn't talking, was he?
That dog
Son of Sam joined the Super Friends.
No, Superman's dog is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in that cartoon movie.
Crypto.
Super Pets. Yeah.
Because wasn't Crypto in the Super Friends cartoon, or am I crazy?
No, there was another dog. There's a bunch of iterations of Super Friends. The first one had less superheroes in it and had like a kind of like, hey, Scooby-Doo's popular. So there's a dude named Marvin, a girl, and a dog that looked a lot like Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
That acted
the
like
70s one. That's the only one I saw.
The 80s one had a lot more superheroes in it. Anywho, I will never read a comic book. I refuse.
Well, hey, it's Big Dumb Fight time. Is everybody ready for a Big Dumb Fight? We're going to Big Dumb Fight. And how else? It must be 2009, because what's the best way to get pumped? The Recounters.
The Rockin' Tours, get the fuck out of here, man.
The Rockin' Racon Tours.
I saw Jack White live. He did. It was a lot. Here's the thing. It was like 80% White Stripe stuff, like 5% Rockin' Tours, and then 5% of whatever the hell he was doing.
Right.
That was it. And that's the right ratio for Jack fucking White.
The solo stuff is good, I think. The Racon Tours, whatever. Here's the thing. When he starts mixing in some of them Dead Weather tracks, you got to hit the bathroom. you gotta go to the bar and get a beer.
Whatever you think of it, it's all fine. But it doesn't belong in this goddamn movie.
It doesn't.
It also like Jet. It sounds like the Jet song.
It kind of does, yeah.
Do me a favor, tell Bruce Wayne, because he's never met one before. By the way, these Kryptonians can't be killed. Whatever you're going to do to them, Bruce, they can't be killed. And also, their ships are like spaceships that cannot be destroyed. So just don't even bother. I mean, like, you're here to hang out and help and like strategize, but you're an old man that is going to die unless you have kryptonite. So do not bother.
Yes.
I mean, just to tell you how rushed this movie is, even though it's 2.5 fucking hours long. This big dumb fight. So Kara goes off with Zod. They're paired off. Batman is up in the Batwing, circling over.
Yep.
And because we didn't have time for a training montage, we're doing the training montage in the climactic action scene. Like
pushing you right into the deep end, dude. Absolutely.
It's like you run with the electricity and all this stuff. Kara Zor-El, I mean, again, Michael Shannon is like, oh yeah, Kara Zor-El, you're his cousin, right? Great.
Yep. Where's my needle box?
He's like, I
think
think as I was told this morning, I was looking for something called a codex in the last film, and apparently that is genetic material that I'm looking for that is deep inside of you, Kara Zor-El. Because by the way, we got that Kal-El a couple of years ago, and I ate that baby. Oh yeah, I ate the baby.
Oh yeah, we put that baby in the microwave. It didn't rebirth Krypton or nothing.
I dressed it with a hoagie and some lettuce. It was delicious.
It would have been great because she's like, "What happened to him?" And he should have just been like, "He was delicious."
Yes,
dude. Tim Roth in Resurrection. That's what I want. He's in my belly now. He's down there now.
He says, "The infant didn't survive."
No, I like Chris's idea of him just doing fat bastard lines.
It actually,
I'm dead sexy. Hey,
I want my belly. Baby back, baby back, baby back. Ooh, baby back, baby back.
I love it.
I just made my adversary drink my own diarrhea.
I got a turtle head poking out.
Who does number 2 work for? Hip hip.
I guarantee you, if you're lucky enough to find Michael Shannon in a really cool Brooklyn bar, and you're like, "Hey man, what did you think of that Flash movie? What did you enjoy acting with Wonder Woman?" He would have been like, "Yeah, she was great. I really like that girl who played Wonder Woman. That was fantastic."
Yeah, in
Michael
fact,
Shannon, wasn't it crazy when you did that scene and Green Lantern popped in?
Yeah, he was good too.
Wow, and that guy that played Green Lantern, excuse me, I don't remember his name. I think it was Paul or something. The nicest guy.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, I wonder why people like her.
I loved working with them. I loved being in the Flash playing what's a Brain Boy? Is that the name of it? Zach. Was it Zach? No, okay.
So he just kills her and sucks out all of her juices and is going to reborn Krypton out of it.
He's got a cool, which I don't remember from the first movie. He's got like a RoboCop spike that comes out of his suit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
Not too shabby. Good way to run her through.
Shivs her, yes. And then he puts the skeleton. Rest, Kara Zor-El, rest. Which I do kind of.
Question over here, Stephen, from Comic Book Man. What would allow just a needle to the heart to kill a super? Is that Superman? Can he die from that too?
Well, I mean, I guess theoretically, if a Kryptonian is doing it and it's a Kryptonian
weapon of some kind,
exactly, where it's like all those things being equal, theoretically possible,
right? It's like iron, steel, aluminum, glass, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, that can't hurt them down here, but if it's a thing from a metal from the home world, theoretically,
all bets are off.
Yeah, I would be like going up and down. A needle to the heart. That's what we're gonna do.
We got him. We got one.
Vampire rules. It's vampire rules.
Rest, Kara Zor-El. Yeah, you rest. You get to sleep there.
I have to tell you, the two worst parts of this sequence, really quickly, to start the party, the three of them who are on the ground, so not Batman, but the two Flashes and Supergirl, run at the camera and slide into place like it's a fucking Gushers commercial or something. Really terrible. And then also, so Kara Zor-El's doing her thing, getting stabbed repeatedly, whatever's going on the other side of the movie. The two Flashes are ready to roll. Barry 1 says, "Come on, Barbie." And then Barry 2 says, "Let's go party."
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It's so not anything.
It's a joke from 1999.
Yeah.
At best.
It's like the last element that was left over from the very first script for this movie. It's that joke and the character of the Flash.
Barry 2 instead should have said Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer.
So she gets ganked. Barry 2 sees it's like, no, and then immediately Batman's like, I'm gonna take out the big ship, and kind of tries to 9/11 it. By the way, speaking of 9/11ing those ships, what happened to Richard Schiff? Is he coming back? We couldn't get Richard Schiff back for this film.
Ooh, that's true. You see a dude at the beginning of this whole thing get his like throat slashed by Zod from behind. But you can tell just from the you see like his neck or whatever. Black actor. And is it supposed to be Harry Lennox? You think?
Oh baby.
I don't know. Yeah, until this second, I forgot that Harry Lennox was in
throat slash from behind. What is this? My search history?
You only see him from behind.
But so they're both dead, and Barry 2 is like, "We can fix it, right? Remember how you fixed your mom being dead? Okay." So they go back, and he's like, "You remember you know what to fix, right?" And he's like, "Yep."
Gotta go back in time. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
So then they just relive the same shit over and over again, where everyone just dies again and
you watch cranking this runtime up, fellas.
You hear beautiful stories of Sasha Calle crying when she got the Supergirl role, and like being like she had a vision board, I think, at some point. Like she really wanted to be part of this stuff. She really cared about it. I was like, all right, so on pages, all right, so you got 6 pages of dialogue, and then on pages 100 to 120, you're getting killed a bunch. Sorry.
Deal's getting worse all the time.
She gets murdered. You see her die 8 to 10 times. And like, how is that a way to pump up a new character? Like, I want it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Let's all get excited for this new character. Look at all the fun ways she's horribly murdered.
And all you're doing is letting the audience know that if it was Henry Cavill's big dick Superman, this wouldn't happen to him because it didn't happen to him, but it keeps and can only happen to her. There's no way she could ever beat Zod because his dick is so goddamn big, but she has to die lambed to the slaughter every single time. Really cool movie.
I mean, it's because it's this specific universe that it's just going to happen all the time. You know, everything's a little different. You were talking about Richard Schiff. In this universe, he's an actor you don't have to pay as much. I don't know if you would believe that. That's how they changed him.
We're in the cheap universe now.
Yes, this is easy. $200 billion, nice and easy.
I do like when Flash 1 comes back and it's like, "Hey, Batman, don't attack that ship. It's got shields." Roger that. Just totally gives up immediately. I laughed out loud both times when he delivered that line.
Now I'm going to try to crash it into a big guy.
Like he also dies a couple of times.
Yeah, he gets murdered again by the big guy. Like he weirdly like is like, oh, it's a Kryptonian. I'm going to beat him with bombs, and like someone needs to tell him, like, dude, that's not going to work. It just you can put as many bombs as you want, Batman. Unless any of them got kryptonite on him, ain't gonna work.
Well, he thinks he got this guy, and then he's dying, but then the guy gets back up again. So you die.
And this is where Barry 2 is getting like very obsessive, and Barry 1 is like, look, stop, look at the damage we're causing. We're not helping this. You know, at somewhere along the way, it's been talked about. It's between Batman and Barry 1 about like some things in time like just have to happen. There's sticking points in all these universes. Some things you can't undo, and Barry realizes like the death of my mother is one of those things. We're never going to be able to do it, and for some reason Barry 2 getting very obsessed. Well, I think also, I mean, I guess I should correct myself a little bit because he is also getting obsessed over trying to save Supergirl is the thing.
And he gets a scar in the face from big giant bad Superman guy. He also gets a weird spike arm because that guy comes at him with a spike.
Right,
tries to phase and a piece of shrapnel gets stuck.
Exactly.
So now he's got like a sword arm. We go back into the Coliseum of everything looking like shit, and now we get to see. Now you really get to watch Supergirl get killed by Zod. Like I feel like in one of them he's like driving an ambulance and drives over her. Like what universe is that?
Bump, bump.
It's them. They're on vacation together, and he's putting poison in her food. Here you go, my love.
Oh no! In this version, she dies like Frank Vincent in The Sopranos. Oh no!
No! Look out for that van in the gas station parking lot.
No.
I spent years developing an immunity to iodine powder that was in both drinks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I know, never get in a land war in Krypton, okay?
I mean, at this point, I'm waiting for like a black screen to come up with language like, well, that's one way it could have happened, but we think it could have also happened like this.
Tim
Have
Curry's
Tim Curry
running
come
around.
out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But so in this point, he's like, Barry, it's not going to work. Look at what we're doing to the universe. And then this is
The Time Goblin reveal to be
Barry too.
Barry too. Yeah.
And he's taller for some reason, which I straight up don't understand. And also with this age makeup and like they have made his hair like white kind of, and a lot of his face is sort of obscured by the gobbledygook that's all over him.
Oh, God.
He looks like Reese Ifans, and I'm sitting there watching the movie and I was like, is that Ezra Miller or is that another person? Because he really looks like Reese Ifans here.
He kind of like Thurston Moore a little bit too.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I had a little Matthew Modine feel when I was watching it.
Oh, totally. Little private Joker, if you will.
Let me tell you, I wish so much that this was a different actor. Because this is like what people are pissed off about the AI shit, right? Is like, since you have Ezra Miller's face now, you just create an older composite, and you don't have to get somebody to play this character who is supposed to be important to your movie. Like, I'm sorry, this should be something that's important. And it looks like a video game character. It looks like playing fucking Metal Gear Solid, and I'm getting the last goddamn gun before I get to fight God or whatever you do at the end of that fucking game. Like, it's just this shitty, like, he's like, I would like to see some, because you do get one real Ezra Miller. So I'd like the villain to be real, like to be someone I can look at and like
no,
that's I like literally definitively no. You're gonna
this
get
movie
this video
doesn't
game
care.
villain. Yeah,
this is when he pops back in. Barry 1 is like, oh, that guy, and I'm like,
and that's there are a million different. There's a Reverse Flash. There's Dr. Zoom. There's a trillion different bad guys that have flash powers.
Yeah,
pick one of them and make that the villain, and that's how, you know what I mean, and explain it and cast someone and do something.
No.
Is there one called Garbage Flash? Because he seems to have a lot of garbage on and in him, and that's
what happened when Barry Allen fucked Marjorie the trash heap from Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Because this dude.
That's what I keep understanding. So every time he goes back, it's more shit stuck to him.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird
because he stays the same, and the battle keeps changing.
Well, but he never learns how to like that. We've been told that's because he's phasing and doing it wrong. So he keeps on phasing wrong every time he does it till he's full of shit.
Yeah, he's an old idiot.
So I mean, this is it, folks. The big
cameo time,
fucking finale here. This thing where it's like, look, Barry, look what's going on. Look what's happening all around us, and you realize like they're in a big purple bubble, and there's other bubbles that are starting to push into this bubble. And we get this thing. Do we want to talk over and look at it?
Yeah, let's look at it.
All right. Folks at home, if you have not seen this movie yet, strap in for this fucking horse shit. All right. Now, remember, dudes, you're going to have to make sure your mics are unmuted. All right. Here we go. No, I will do it this way.
Yeah, I just okay.
So there's Reese Fans.
Yeah.
Like, look, this is clearly he's taller than the other two.
Yeah. Oh,
so here we go.
It's the Galactic Senate, and I mean, like,
what is like? Why is this world black and white?
Yes. Why would it be black and white?
Doesn't make sense.
This poor man, he's committing suicide all over again in the afterlife.
He commits suicide every day in this timeline.
Oh, wait, because Tobey Maguire has to cry, and then they'll get color in that universe.
I see.
Oh, that's what it is.
Joan
Allen's gonna masturbate.
I vote no confidence in suicidal Superman.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
fucking crime against humanity.
Oh,
look at
Hasn't this man suffered enough?
This has done more damage than the horse did.
I mean, because here's the thing, dude. By the way, I love the guy who's like, and then her titties bounced. Let me just program titty bounce.
Just a little bit.
Also, so in that universe, it's still like the late 80s?
I guess so. And I also like, I don't understand what this even is.
Why are they frozen?
Why are we why do they why is it tragic to watch all these people just look at something? Like,
I don't get it. Yeah.
Isn't this heroic?
Okay. Here it is.
And apparently Cage filmed something else and they were going to de-age him, and they're like, "Nah, we'll do this instead."
And apparently, Tim Burton was not happy that they did this.
I'm sure he wasn't. 'Cause it's annoying.
Yeah. Like, I didn't get to make my movie, and now you're kind of making a joke of it, like a fan service joke. So wait, guys, is any of this actually Cage right now?
No, it's all CGI.
No, it's all
nonsense.
CGI.
So it's not even him.
He did film something, but it's not anything.
Yes, he filmed something. It's not anything like that. And the Reeve kids had no idea that they were doing that until they never even saw the movie. It's just like I just don't like. What is the benefit of looking at? It's kind of like just touching your action figures, which is the point of this, right?
It's I know that. Oh, this is something I know of.
If all of the if like Cage, which would be horrible, but if Cage Superman and George Reeves Superman and Christopher Reeve Superman came and held up the universe and gave Barry enough time to get through the time tunnel, then that's something. You know what I mean? That makes sense. That's movie.
That's what's so awkward about it is it's not shown in the clip we just played, but there is a moment later where I think they cut back to possibly Reeve and Becky Gelke there. But then also definitely they cut back to Cage.
Yes.
And the Cage moment I remember specifically, he's staring out, looking at the hole in his universe at what's going on, and does nothing.
Yes.
He's standing there staring at it, and I'm like, guys, the Superman would be like curious and be like, it seems like someone may be in trouble. Let's go see what's going on. No, I'm just gonna stand here.
It's a space spider. He's got stuff to deal with. I don't know, man.
Stupid.
It's to have them stand there and do nothing, so people can go, "Yay, I've seen that before."
Worst, it's the Adam West one. It's just like, what was that? Exactly. Do it if you're gonna do this, which I don't think you should. Then do it.
You got to do it, right? Like you have, it's whatever the Adam West line is. That sounds like the Joker, and then you have the Cesar Romero laugh. Like,
okay,
come on, like what is?
Oh no, but it's all part of the same multiverse. Anytime you watched a movie, it was part of the multiverse.
No,
I do like it as a comment on the movie itself, though. Like, if you continue to try to make this Flash movie good by keep on rehiring everybody and like stalling things and all this, you will sink WB and the fucking DCEU. All of this will come crashing down if you continue to try to make this movie good. I swear to God.
What's cool though is they see all these cameos and realize, let's go back in time and kill our mom.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up here. So
Evil Barry kills Barry 2. He's like, oh, I was the one who knocked you out of this area, Barry 1. I created my own time paradox, but the only way that I could survive is if you died. He's about to stab him, but Barry 2 gets in the way.
Yeah,
he dies a hero's death, and that takes care of all that. There you go.
Right. Yes. Now Barry is sneaking around the bushes with a butcher knife, about to jump in and stab his mother while his dad goes out for tomatoes.
And the tragedy is he still has to kill Ron Goldman as well, which is
oh baby, it is late at night.
That's why they never found the real guy. Anyway.
Yeah, he killed him and then jumped in a time tunnel and blamed OJ.
He goes to the grocery store to say goodbye to mom, and they should have done this. You're aping Back to the Future the whole time. This mom should want to fuck him.
She kind of seems like she does a little bit. She's like, "Oh, hello. Oh, your mother must be so proud of you." Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's
a little fucky.
Scene.
Yeah, it's a little fuck.
Just hugging some random fellow.
Well,
that's weird.
Well, do you happen to have a friend? Would you like to go on vacation? Really quick, just get you and your friend, and maybe we go on vacation for a little bit.
I could be E2 Mama.
Yes, of course. This is Maribel Verdú from Y Tu Mamá También.
The best.
The meat in between that hunk sandwich in the middle of that movie.
That's
I guess
right.
more towards the end of that movie. Mm-hmm. So yes, he takes the can back out, says goodbye. I whatever. I'm not made of stone. I think it's a sweet little scene here. And then he realized, what do you got, Steve?
No, I actually think that the beats of this, without all of the superhero, Superman, Batman nonsense, it's almost an okay Flash story if you could put more Flash stuff in it, like because he unlike certain superhero stories like Ant-Man and the Wasp where there's no emotional relevance, here there's at least like he does have this moment where he has to wish his mom goodbye and knows that she has to die in every universe, and like it's sad, and that's something. It's at least some.
You're right. It is definitely something.
It's a kernel of something.
But I would prefer it if he was just like and he's like cutting the brakes on her car, like
Bob, I gotta fix the time tunnel.
That's the double tap, like in case the tomato scheme doesn't work.
He's looking through his scope and just like dabbing it a little bit to make sure it's clean.
So apparently he rearranges the tomatoes to be on the top shelf here too.
Yes,
correct.
So that
because he realizes, right, it's like mom's death is the thing, but everything else that is precipitated after mom's death is fine if I change. So let's help out dad.
But no, it's not, because Michael Keaton told you that anything you do, you've learned that lesson very well at this point. Why fuck with the tomatoes?
Well, because how else are you going to set up Flash 2, which kind of sounds like it would have been more of the same story.
Also, now you can kill the other Flash.
That's true.
One's been dead already. You might be able to kill another one if you have to.
So he moves the tomatoes, goes back in the present. It's like, oh my goodness, the court date. He rushes to court and
steals a hot dog from the director of the film.
Oh, that's cute. And when you know it, the lawyer now has the evidence that they need. Oh, look, Ron Livingston couldn't have done it. Look, he's right here getting these tomatoes. Gasps abound, and
dude, get ready to pay millions of dollars to the Allen family.
Oh, absolutely!
Yes. Central City PD gets fucking
in
ready.
there for like at least a decade.
Oh, yeah,
at least
18 years. 18 years, they say.
That's crazy.
They're paying off that house. That house is theirs for good now. They're not worried about that shit. Nothing.
All the tomatoes you fucking want
every day.
Kelsey Clemens comes out and she's like, "Oh, hi, we should go on a date sometime." He's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Bye."
Yeah, maybe you'll get another movie and I can be in that one. See you later.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm trying to call Batman. Thanks.
Which he does. He calls Bruce Wayne and he's like, "Oh, Bruce, you were right. I didn't listen to you. I fucked something up. It's kind of the same story as Spider-Man No Way Home, but let's not really think about that too much." Because it's like a kid doesn't get something that he wants and he irrevocably damages the universe trying to get what he wants.
Point to the Flash, even though No Way Home is a much better movie. Point to the Flash. At least it's not because I didn't get into college.
That's true. At least it's like my mother was murdered. And our whole lives were destroyed.
Good reason.
But here we go. Dumb cameo number 17. It's like Bruce Wayne's on the phone like I'm pulling up right now. Gets out of the car, and wouldn't you know it, it's George Clooney.
With and it's so amazing. Like you can watch intensity change because this is an Nespresso commercial, George Clooney. This is not.
This is a very Murray Christmas. George
you should have shaved at least.
Yes, it is. This is not Good Night and Good Luck George Clooney. This is not fucking American George Clooney.
This isn't Batman and Robin George Clooney.
You're totally right. Yeah, he's just he should have the big cup of espresso. It's like, hey Barry,
you need a little caffeine. I'm gonna real quick just sip this, and then I gotta go hang out with my friend Danny DeVito and drink limoncello.
Right? Yeah, the Penguin comes out. I was drinking limoncello with George.
Whoopi Goldberg's like, "Why are you on The View, Oswald Cobblepot?"
I was drinking limoncello with Bruce.
I want Gotham's firstborn limoncellos.
Oh my god! Instead of black tar, just limoncello coming out of his mouth.
I got a nice cold drink of limoncello.
Speaking of coming out of the mouth, his tooth, Barry Allen's tooth, falls out. Finally,
I got to tell you, if there's anything I care less about in a movie, it's the wait what ending, because he's like, who the fuck is that? Credits. Fuck you. I just spent 2.5 hours.
Well,
here's the end of the movie.
Here's an additional fuck you. You got a stinger scene at the end. Did you guys catch that?
What in the world is that? It's just
nothing.
He's drunk. Oh, cool. Here's drunk Aquaman.
Yes, who's sleeping in a puddle. Go buy me beer. Here's an Atlantis ring to do it.
A ring. The only thing I can think of really is they were worried that enough time has passed people might have forgotten that Aquaman exists.
Yes.
Like, and they were
Yeah,
just like,
maybe.
"Hey, remember who he is? He does this. Also, he's drunk. Isn't that funny?"
They had to include him because he wasn't in the movie, and he's the only one that has a movie ever coming out after this.
Right. Well, the funny thing was, based on that stinger, I was like, okay, let me bite the bullet. I'm way too curious and over caffeinated last night. Like, I'm just gonna watch Aquaman and Aquaman 2, whatever it's called, the Seven Kingdoms, Lost Kingdom. There it is. First of all, good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. James Wan
I gotta get there.
does it again.
That's all James Wan, man.
But
he just rocks it.
Still have
there's no anybody. It's actually kind of nice. There's nothing. It's just an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
Good.
I thought it was gonna be a thing where it was like that scene's in there for some reason, and Barry helps him do something. None of that. There's no fucking Batfleck. There's nothing. It is just Aquaman 2. And the only people that are in it are people from Aquaman 1.
Great. By the way, the end of the movie, the George Clooney, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, that's the end of Twin Peaks: The Return. When he gets out of that car, it's what year is it? It should be Barry Allen looks at the screen and screams. You know what I mean? In sheer existential dread and horror.
Yeah.
Because they have destroyed the universe. Everything is different. Nothing will ever be the same. Bruce Wayne is now George Clooney.
That was the end of the Daily Goldstein print, actually.
Okay,
actually had the screaming.
But that is the end of this movie. Fucking finally. We do have the Q&A to get to, so should we do reviews really quick?
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
Okay. It's gonna be a late night here. We still got a ways to go, but as always, we go with WHM Live to the IMDb user review section, folks, to see what's going on. I'll put my reading glasses on.
Please. Those aren't glasses.
Oh, I forgot it was a fucking video show.
They go on your eyes, not the mouth. The glasses go on the eyes, not in the mouth.
All right, here we go. 2 reviews. I'll read them real quick. First one, 10 out of 10 stars, that is. Subject line, stop hating because it's not Marvel.
Okay.
This person,
you can hate both.
You can. You should.
This is great. This person went out to the theater the day it came out and wrote this review, June 16th, 2023. This was an amazing movie.
Oh, yeah.
The story was amazing. The comedy was hilarious. The action was spectacular.
Beautiful.
Everyone complaining about the CGI needs to chill out.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All the characters were very well done, and the story actually made sense.
Sure.
I love how they
The
didn't
lowest bar.
Yeah, exactly. We could follow it. 10 stars. I love how this person watched a different movie in another dimension. I swear to God. I love how they didn't just bring back Michael Keaton for nostalgia purposes.
Good point.
They genuinely, this is fucking, dare I say, batshit crazy.
Yeah.
They genuinely made his character better than he was in '89 by giving him more of a personality and more bat gadgets.
What?
There you go. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
Ezra Miller may have the controversy surrounding them right now. By the way, I'm editing.
Oh yeah, you changed that. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah. Surrounding them right now because of what they've done off screen. But their performance in this movie as the Flash was perfect, in my opinion, and really had the right amount of seriousness and goofiness the Flash has. 10 out of 10 stars. Will definitely watch again.
Well, they're the one. They're the one that's going to do it.
I mean, I'm glad that people liked the movie, man. I don't want to begrudge people enjoying things, but
It's okay to like a movie.
that person watched a completely different movie than we watched, I feel.
Right.
Okay, here we go. 1 out of 10 stars. It's amazing. Subject line. It's amazing how much better Sonic is than this movie.
Okay.
Baby, I'm amazed how much better Sonic is in this movie.
You know what? I'll co-sign.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah, for
enjoyed
sure.
both of those Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Okay. Written a month after the movie came out.
Does the Sonic trample on Christopher Reeve's grave?
No.
Oh, okay, so that's a better movie. Cool. That's
A little
awesome.
bit
And
towards
the
end.
only cartoons are furry video game characters.
There you go.
Okay. Keaton was the only redeeming quality of this movie, if you can call it a movie, since 2 hours of it looks like a PS3 cutscene.
Yeah.
Friend, you are correct. some of the scenes filmed on camera were actually turned into CGI for the going back in time sequences. I don't know if that's true. If they already have the footage of the actors, why bother creating CGI composites of a scene I just watched? Because, fella, it has to keep the continuity of all the bad cameos. That's why the stuff with the people who are in the movie also looks like shit.
Because we have to bring the dead back from the dead, is what's going on.
Yes, exactly. It's a little Hollywood necromancy, folks.
All right, the dead didn't even speak. They just look at you.
The only thing they needed to CGI was Ezra Miller. They're not a very likable character and seems weird for all these superhero movies to have no problem changing the actor every few years, but I guess using Ezra was a hill they were willing to die on. I would suggest casting an actor that doesn't have ties to sex crimes in order to play a virgin.
You'd like that. You'd like that to happen.
This is great. This is one of my favorite sentences I've read in a while. Save your time and just watch Sonic the Hedgehog if you want to see more realistic super speed running sequences.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, my goodness, folks. Well, that's going to do it. We've been We Hate Movies. Thank you so much for tuning in. And do not forget, if you did the ticket add-on, we're going to be doing a Q&A after this. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Make sure I have the right thing here.
Let's run to the after party.
Yes, I'm gonna get the time tunnel over to the after party. We can take about 5 or so, get on that. But until next time, folks, I've been Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
Adios. Bye-bye.